Tariston, as this is a chase, is going to have a complication
Bada
on the Ace of
bing.
Clubs, unless you want to spend a penny to change your card.
Also, I'm gonna, because I'm not doing complications. Hang on.
Of course, when you do it, if you get a card lower than an ace, you'll just have to.
Yeah, well, I'll take the jack.
Yeah. There we
I
go.
don't want to kill him either because he's got
Can
really good hit.
I have two more cards, please?
Can you have 2 more cards? You can have 2 more cards, sir.
As long as you're not running the Harry deck, because that breaks the deck. Although Moon Wizard thinks he might have forced that today.
Right. Okay. So I've dealt you one. Where the hell did that put you?
And another one. Well,
Yes,
what was it on before?
Well, you were on the 9 of
Right,
spades.
so
You're now on the Ace of Diamonds. So now I've found you again. I can now deal you another one.
Right. Okay.
Oh, there you go. So you've got the 3 of Hearts, the 9 of Spades, and the Ace of Diamonds you can hand out.
No, I don't change my own card, do I? So
you don't. No. So you actually stay on the 9 of Spades.
So I stay on the 9 of Spades.
And you can
we have
the 3 of Hearts and the Ace of Diamonds you can hand out to those that your leadership edges work on, which, since you've taken natural leader, is everybody.
Everybody. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to give, we're going to elevate Calamus to ace.
Okay. Right, hang on. You're on the 9 of Spades, and you're putting the Ace of Diamonds on. Can I actually drag that over to him?
Nah.
Yes, you can.
I can. There we go. Kralamos has now got the Ace of Diamonds. There we go.
Ace of
Maybe
Ace
it wasn't going to beat the Ace of Hearts, but
and this 3 isn't going to help us at all.
It's not.
Where I am already, 3.
But at least we can put, because Calibus is a spellcasting. He's got conviction running, and he's got quite a lot of men. So let's shove him up top.
Right. So the Red Man Chief, as an action. Oh no! The Red Man Chief critically fails, recovering from being shaken.
Excellent.
What a wonderful
He has a heart attack when that.
He does not have a heart attack, unfortunately, but he can.
Does he bump?
Actually, yes, it's a foot chase, so you can bump him. You can move him as a group 1 card space, should you wish.
Well, Gray's up there. Gray's the one that swung in there to shake him up. Let Gray decide what happens to him.
Which one was that? Sorry.
The one that
It was him.
Ah, all right then.
You accomplished what you intended to. You stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, you landed straight in front of him, and he stopped up. He stopped short, basically.
Let's bump him onto the 5 of Hearts then.
Okay, so you bump him back, and he cannot act this turn, leaving moving us on to Kralamos.
Okay, so let me see now. I'm going to spend extra power points for range because it's still. Oh, mind you, I can make my free athletics check first, can't I?
You can do. Yeah, you can do that as a free action first.
Oh, look at that.
Let's say that yes, it would appear you can catch up.
I could actually engage him in melee, couldn't I?
You could.
Yeah.
Because Cray, because Cray stopped him where he stood. That gives you a chance to catch up with him.
So yeah, athletics were raised 2 squares. Any melee.
I think. Oh, he's the chief, isn't he? He doesn't have an arcane background.
He does not.
And he's carrying a damsel in distress, isn't he?
He is. He's carrying Rana Rillick over his shoulder. The unconscious Rana Rillick.
Which I personally do find an affront to my code of honour.
Dashed unsporting of him. What a cad and a bounder.
Total cad and a bounder. Did that work? Yes, it did. I've got my wild attack on. Okay. I'm going to hit him with my bone sword.
Go for it then. Well, you got him. He's rocking, shaken. He's bleeding from several wounds, but he's desperately trying to get this wound somewhere.
I'm going to really hit him with my bone sword.
You are really going to hit him with your bone sword.
Not just pretend. That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go. Actually, that's enough to incapacitate him, isn't it?
That is
But
enough. That is enough to
But you've
incapacitate.
probably got bennies, haven't you? So,
Well,
and we are
well,
getting new bennies, aren't we, at the end of this chase?
you will be, and I'm also going to point out that that was actually not the hit with the raise that you rolled the damage for there.
Oh, is it
So
not?
I will-
Okay, let's try. That's jolly nice of you, sir. Okay, I won't re-roll that.
You won't, are you sure?
No, I think basically skewering him through both kidneys and up into the heart is probably
You're making
acceptable
internal
amount of-
organ kebabs.
Yes,
Okay.
basically.
Lovely.
Because one wound he could have soaked, but can't see him soaking 4. When
He
he's taking
collapses
3.
to the ground, bleeding out.
Okay, and then I will basically stop and make sure that I've forgotten the crew that Rana is
Mhm.
okay.
Well, she is unconscious, but not dead.
Okay, that's fine. I shall I shall stand astride her, as it were.
Mhm.
Lying, literally standing over her with my sword drawn,
Okay, so you're guarding her.
facing the red men that are running towards me.
Righto. Now, Fry.
And then I was about to spend my Bentley on my conviction, but
Oh, it's all right. I will give you a conviction. In fact, can I put conviction on you just myself? I think I
You can put the
can't I?
conviction effect
you just
on.
type CONV and press tab and it will auto complete.
There you go. So there you go. Your conviction is back on. Right, Fry. You are in melee with one of the red men.
Yes. I am going to do a fighting test against him. There will be 2 actions. I will do
Okay.
a fighting test against him.
Mhm.
Do I have him targeted? I do not have him targeted. Target the bad guy.
And of course, you get +2 to your fighting test.
Right. And I needed it.
Because you failed. Even with the +2. So unfortunately, your fighting test was not a success. Therefore, he does
Yeah,
not
that's
have
okay.
to
I'll just
resist.
chop him next.
So you're just going to go at him anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was too busy actually hitting him
You were too busy hitting him with the feint didn't work, so you just rammed your spit. It's gonna hurt. Ouch.
Short sword.
and I get a +4 damage because I'm all riled up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not fun. Might be enough, but it's still not. It's enough, but do you know what I mean? It's not fun after
It's
that.
still ugly, yeah.
That is, it's a very upset red man as you introduce him to 3 feet of sharpened steel. And he slides off the end of your blade. Clutching at the wound. He's not going to be able to do anything, but he's there. He's hissing defiance at you still because he is not even unconscious. He's just going to be unable to act.
I'll let him lay there and hiss.
Okay.
I'll find a volcano to throw him in later.
Solimas. You are currently surrounded by red men. All the fighters
You're running alongside them.
Yeah, all the fighters have run off ahead, and you're stuck in a running battle with these red men and a rather elderly human with a broken pistol.
Rabble rousing. That's the one I want, isn't it?
Aha! Are you taunting the lot of them?
Yes, I shall taunt the lot of them. Make them, I don't know, whatever that'll do. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do anyway.
Solimas makes a number of rude gestures at the red men, suggesting that their mothers might not have necessarily been formally married to their fathers.
The red men, that's probably the case.
Well, this is probably true.
Beating Burst templates up as 3 foes, so that's good.
Indeed. So it covers all 3 that you're next to.
I saw that 6 in there.
Mm.
Looks like 2 looks like 2 raises. Yeah,
2
second win with
2
setback.
creative combats. Well,
Oh,
so
dear.
one of them gets a setback, and well, do you wish to? Well, you get to recover your level of fatigue, Solimas.
Sounds good to me.
You stop for a moment and catch your breath while you're making the rude gestures at them, which clears all of your fatigue away. And roll a d3 for me, because I can't really tell which one of it actually was that it happened to, but one of them's going to fall on his arse, tripping over a rock as he curses you. And then, do you want them to be distracted or vulnerable?
All right, 1d3.
That's
There you go.
definitely not.
There's 1d3. There you go.
What's the command for that?
You
Slash
right click
roll.
on the D. You right click on the D6.
Ah,
go
I was trying to do a
custom dice,
command
then
for
you
it.
pick a D3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, there is probably a command. It's probably something like dice 1d3 or roll 1d3, but there's a custom die for a D0, a D2, and a D3. Why we have as D0, I do not know.
That is a very good question. So, do you want them
Should only have
distracted?
runners.
Do you want them distracted, or vulnerable? In addition to this,
We're fighting them or killing them, or running away from them. We're running after them now, aren't we? So we want them vulnerable, I think.
At the moment, you're chasing them. Yeah, so you want them vulnerable? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that D0 was a D1 that was changed to a D0 because I do remember you could with the Savage Worlds rule set you could crash Fantasy Grounds Unity if you told it to run D1.
Is it not a coin flip?
They didn't want the D1 exploding forever, is what happened.
It's going to be.
Oh, it did. It used to explode forever, and of course, it basically caused Fantasy Grounds memory crash. It did. It seriously was in there. It was only the Savage Worlds rule set that would do it. Obviously, there is another one you can do, isn't there, in the standard roll commands to make it explode. But they actually had to put code in because people worked out if you told it to roll an exploding D1, Fantasy Grounds Unity would crash.
Yeah.
Yes, divide by 0 is bad. Exploding by 0 is terrible.
Yeah. Taris.
Let the bennies flow, says Bewildered Badger.
Yay.
Thank you.
Great. You can all have a Benny, and then we'll reset them at the end of this end of this combat.
Okay, how far away from me are each of these?
Well, each range increment is
5 inches.
Range 5 inches. So all the ones on the King of Spades are at range 5. The one that's on the 10, who is incapacitated but alive, is at range 10. And the Chieftain is at range 15. He too is incapacitated but bleeding out currently. Well, you've hit him with a bolt. Thanks. Well, no, you haven't. He would have been hit had the spell worked, but it didn't.
Oh,
because you didn't actually roll over a 4. So that while you would have hit him had the spell come into effect, it fizzles while you're trying to cast due to your fatigue.
I'll Benny it.
Yep.
Oh hell, it's gonna be one of them kind of days.
Looks like it might be. So you just can't. You can't summon the magic.
Just thinking out loud, I suddenly it's only just occurred to me because I do have the file to do it somewhere. I will have to save it into the right format. But I suddenly want to run a car chase because I've got an animated road.
Okay, well that did it.
That did it. You did 5 damage, which didn't hurt it. So you can spend a penny on the damage if you want to.
Yeah, I will, since we're gonna be almost done here, right?
Mm-hmm. I expect we probably are.
Yeah, this sucks. Okay, never
No,
mind.
I shook him.
Oh, I shook him. Yay. After all those bennies.
You'd hope you did something, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I've done more than shook him. Come on, kill him now, Solomos.
Well, Josiah is up next. And he's waving his short sword around, not quite as successfully as Fry was. But just like Fry, it was merely a feint, and his blade cuts into a red man, but doesn't get through his furry hide. I mean, you've only got 8 bennies.
But what is that? Why is it doing that for?
No, you got that one shaken. Oh dear.
Black Joker. Red Joker.
She was unconscious and bleeding.
Ace of
She
Clubs.
wasn't dead when you stepped over her. Unfortunately, she has bled out while you were standing over her body just after you'd rescued her.
Except, of course, she won't be.
Except, of course, she won't be, but that's beside the point. Kralamos can now stand there in the jungle shouting, "No!"
I hope that came through over my sound because it didn't come through over Tavis's.
Yes, he's obviously got a noise gate on his microphone.
Yeah, he's
Well,
also got a heck of a set of lungs on him.
We both have a noise gate in order that neither of us should come through the other person's too much. But hey, there is but one red man left unshaken, and he's on his
I've got a
arse.
penny to spend before I lose it.
Well, he's on his arse, so he's going to stand up, and he's actually going to go and have a go at the man, or the squid person that said that his mother
The lobster.
was a lobster, as he does not like that sort of thing.
His father was a lobster, and his mother spent all the time up against the wall with sailors.
Something like that.
That's.
Yes.
I would never say such a thing as that.
Or go all in. Go on, tell them the truth. Your mother has a smooth forehead.
No. And for that, you get a spear rammed into you.
Not fair.
As long as it wasn't where the sun don't shine, we'll be okay. Well, it looks like it might have been.
It might have been where the sun doesn't shine. Ouch.
Ouch.
The sun very definitely does not shine where that
Fine,
spear
no,
went.
there's no spear. I dodged out of the way of it.
Because it's wrapped up in your tentacles.
I didn't want them hemorrhoids, so I thought, right, I've already got bad enough ones as it is at my age.
That is not the way to get rid of hemorrhoids. I'm wincing.
Have a red man stab him with a spear.
You don't like it up them.
They do not.
You've got Desperate Times card, I know.
Ooh.
He's not going to die, is he?
So you're standing over Rana Rillick, who bleeds out, and the red man chieftain stabilizes. So
That's okay. I'm going to cut his head off in a minute. Well, I can't because Bloodsword. Yeah, sure. I'm going to just decapitate him. He's still incapacitated and helpless.
Hang on. Why did it go to him next? It should have been the red man next. So never mind. That red man remains shaken.
Yeah, I don't know why it went to the chieftain.
Neither do I. Red man number 7 has unshaken, and he too is going to go for Stolamas on the grounds that they share the same mother. And how dare you?
Isn't number 7 the one that suffered the setback?
He is the one that suffered the setback. No, the other one that suffered, the one that was prone suffered the setback, so couldn't move this turn either. This one can run off after he stabbed Solomas if he wishes to.
Yeah, it was number one that was number one of the three of them that was
okay.
setback.
He fell on his arse and wouldn't be able to do anything other than stand up this round and attack things that were next to him. And Solomas didn't run away, so put himself in danger's reach.
Another hit with a
It's still a wound. Not quite as bad.
Obviously not when the sun don't shine this time.
No.
This is the spear he jumped onto, avoiding the other spear, isn't it? Yep.
Yes, it would appear that it is. And anyone that can understand the language of the red man hears this red man shout, "They don't like it up 'em!"
Stealing my jokes now.
Waha.
Admittedly, it's not my joke either, but anyway.
Yes.
And he is then going to run away, which does mean Solomas can have an attack on him as he retreats.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I'll be honest, because I could picture the names all the time. It's Jimmy Perry and David Croft's joke, actually.
It is. Right, he doesn't critically fail, but he's going nowhere. So he doesn't actually retreat from combat. And Cray called.
Come on, anyway, he's going to be 4 squares ahead or behind us.
Let's do something about him not falling over in a sort of a permanent kind of a way. Hang on a moment.
Right, you can drop back 1 space as a free action. If you want to drop back more than that, you're going to have to make an athletics roll.
Well, the chief's incapacitated. Is he like out?
He's incapacitated, but he is
by
not
all means
bleeding
kill him. By all means kill him. I will not be offended.
If you just want to wander back and finish him off,
coup de grace him, you most certainly can.
You certainly can.
Yeah, I'll saunter back and stab him in the carotid.
So you saunter vaguely backwards and decapitate the chief.
That sounds like a great idea.
At which point, well, since your extras are off elsewhere,
well, that's the end of the chief, isn't it?
That is the end of the chief.
I worked out how to stop anyone else doing that.
Angus McBride has finally unshaken, which has taken quite some time.
It's taken so long, he's become the invisible man.
He has. He's got no token for some reason. He had one last week. He's not got one this week, but never mind. He's there, and he is just going to stand still and shoot one of the red men with his pistol.
Okay, I'll take it back. You shouldn't be able to play sound effects.
Or possibly his potato.
Well, I had to test your statement, and that was a piece that seemed appropriate.
Yeah, it did seem appropriate, but the whole point is that I supposedly have made it that no one's got permissions to.
Oh,
only because there's certain things people can play that can get me in all sorts of problems.
Yes, that could. I mean,
well, he takes out another one of the red men, leaving just 2. And poor Rana Rillick is dead, and
no, she isn't.
And last, well,
she's just asleep.
Rana Rillick and Lars Christopherson both appear to be dead.
I will say that the GM could be cruel, so I would say that play that card before it's too late, because the end of this combat, he's resetting.
Well, yeah. It's the end. It plays it. You play it at the end of combat.
Not necessarily. You play it at any time.
Yeah, you could play it right now.
He can still play it because I don't care if he does reset the cards and bennies. He knows we've got it. He knows he's got a play in hand. So I don't care how evil he is. It's got, you know what I mean?
So, Josiah, you had the 8 of Hearts originally, and you've drawn the 9 of Diamonds and the 10 of Hearts that you can hand out if you want to. Fry is the only person going after the 2 remaining red men.
Fry. glory for Fry, who's well motivated, having considering she's injured. So we'll give Fry the 10 of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There we go. Fry now has the 10 of hearts.
and now everybody is going in front of the red men.
They are indeed. We are starting with Kralamos.
Okie dokie. I am
finishes
going
his
to
shout of
voluntarily. I'm
no.
going to voluntarily drop
Drop
back
back.
a square,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to attempt to move back a square.
Which you do.
Then I'm going to attack red man number 4.
Okay. Quite convincingly by the looks of things. Red man number 4 does not know what's hit him. He's focusing on the other squid man, trying to ram his spear into him. As Kralamos comes up behind him.
I just want it to be impressive. There. 1 wound. That's I'll have to settle for 2 wounds. It's obviously I want a real fountain and geyser, but it's not going to happen, is it?
Especially not with that vigor roll. I think actually what you've done is you've clunked him with the pommel.
I spent another penny to see if I could do more. Hang on, no. I need to do 5 wounds. It's not worth it. Actually, what the hell? Because I can't take it with me. So there we go.
Well, you know what? I will let that spend of a penny be. You've knocked him on the skull, and then you can perform a coup de grace, which you can describe in any way you like.
Coup de grace. I think some. No. I was going. That would definitely upset the certain lawyers about certain. I think basically, I'm going to basically. I think it's really a case of I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I'm just going to go pop, and then walk away with 2 gobstoppers. Leaving
really?
2 empty eye sockets.
Oh,
I think so.
righto. Well, you know what?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Since I'm going to take
Sorry,
it away
this
from you,
isn't worked.
since I'm going to take it away from you in a minute, for that description, I will give you a penny.
I'm going to spend that penny to maintain my conviction, even though there's no point.
Okay.
I might need it in case I get attacked or something. So.
Next up is Angus McBride, who fires his other pistol at the last remaining red man. Missing because of his woundedness. He's got no bennies anyway, so we move on to Craig Could.
Does hide
Well.
so exceptionally well. Look at that. You can barely see him.
It's his stealth ability. He's very, very sneaky.
Who is that bush? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if I can move back far enough to slash him. That will probably be a yes.
That is a yes, because you get to drop back 1 free anyway.
Okie dokie then.
So you swing through the trees with the greatest of ease.
Hang on. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh dear.
Branch then snaps and I fall to my knees.
And drop your sword somewhere along the way.
Yeah, you've left your sword behind somewhere, and are somewhat embarrassed, I would imagine. But then Fry. In fact, you know what, Fry? I'm going to give you a free athletics roll. If you can get a raise on an athletics roll in spite of your fatigue and injuries, you catch Cray's short sword, and you have 2 of them. Look at that!
Okay, that was smooth.
Fry catches Cray's sword as he runs forwards or backwards or whatever it is he's doing.
Or sideways, yeah, whatever it is.
No, you're not a Scarillion. You don't move sideways. Only Scarillions do that.
Okay. I have 2 swords. This ought to
You
be a
do.
very impressive fighting test.
So you can make you can make 2 attacks, -1 and -3.
Well, that is a shame. That is a terrible, terrible
That
shame
is a
because
terrible shame.
you managed to do something massively impressive while the red man had his back turned, so was completely unaware that you did it. Actually, no, do you know what?
It's still a success. It's just no erase, isn't it?
No, it's not,
Still-
because Fry rolled a 14 and the red man rolled an 11. Oh no, it is still a success. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Distracting
spend.
the vulnerable still applies.
I was going to say it could have been worse. He could have done something very impressive, then Indiana Jones could have just shot him.
I'm going to spend a GM Benny because I'm going to re-roll that defense roll for the red man because I want Fry. I want Fry to the drop on this guy because he's shaken.
Oh, for crying out loud!
No, that's all
a
right.
raise.
That's a raise. So, Fry, presumably you don't want to roll on the creative combat table and you want him to be shaken from your test instead.
Correct.
Would you also like him to be vulnerable?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So you have the drop on him until he's not shaken anymore, which may possibly be straight after your attack.
Okay, so a +4 for the...
+4 for the drop and +4 damage.
Right.
If you want to attack, in fact, you've got 2 weapons as well, and he's only got 1, so you're actually at +5 to hit.
Yeah, +1.
So that with an extra +1, is that enough? It's not enough for a raise, I'm afraid, with the extra +1, but you have hit him quite nicely,
Oh.
and you've got the +4 damage from him from you having the drop on him.
No, I guess I'm just not going to get that raise. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got the +4 for the drop and the +4 for my wounds. So I've got a +8 damage.
Yep.
I can see it now. Slice. head goes that way, arm goes that way.
Yep. And Josiah plays Desperate Times, and Rana struggles to her feet, and somewhere off in further back down the trail, you can hear Lars Christopherson saying, "I'm really in a lot of pain. I think I've broken my leg. It smells slightly of almonds."
His leg smells of almonds.
Yes, it does.
What, has he gone off?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. He's gone off. But no, he's struggling back to his feet as well. There are dead red men up and down the path. There are a couple of ones that are still alive, but groaning and badly injured, which you can certainly put out of their misery should you wish to.
Yeah, Fry's going to go and make sure all the red men are dead.
No. Sorry, thinking about
red men are dead men.
So I'm just going. I'm not rolling that. I'm rolling.
Does that make it Red Dead Redemption?
It does.
Typical. With conviction on, I still didn't manage to hit. I'm gonna grab Fry and hold him for 10 minutes, and I still only healed one of his 2 remaining wounds.
Okay. This is possibly because you're in a fairly bad way as well.
It is. But I wanted to use my conviction point on him rather than because he had 2 wounds.
Okay, so during that 10 minutes, is anybody else trying to heal anybody using the healing skill?
Obviously, I will go around and heal anyone I can. I've got 50 more minutes to heal people.
Well, you'll have 40 more minutes because you won't be starting the healing immediately. Because you'll all have to sort of gather back together, and Fry is running off.
I healed someone.
Throats and making sure everybody's dead. Who did you want to heal?
Whoever needs healing most.
We're all on 1 wound, all 3 of us.
Kralamos, right, whoever's, yeah, you got Kralamos, Fry, Cray all on 1 wound each.
And Angus McBride on 2.
Well, Angus gets 2, or gets one of them, I think, isn't it?
Okay, so Angus gets healed. So Solomas, you've got 4 more chances to heal if you wish to, and as does Kralamos.
So who is assisting him?
I'm afraid I spent 10 minutes and failed to heal Cray.
So that's a support roll from my persuasion. So the first one is a 4.
Okay, so Kralamos and Solomas both succeed in those with your
And
support.
Kalamos gets a 4 as well.
Yep, they both succeed. So
Kralamos heals Cray, and Solomus heals myself or Fry.
No, Solomas will have to heal either Fry or Angus McBride, because while you're actively
Fry.
healing somebody,
Yes, I know.
you can't be healed.
I'll heal Fry.
You'll heal Fry, okay.
I can't help them heal, but I'm just going to tell everybody to stand back and give them room.
Yep. Now, while that's going on, from those that aren't involved in the healing attempts or the being healed, which pretty much will be on the next round, Kralamos will be being healed either by himself or by Solomas, but pretty much only leaves Taris. Taris, I'd like a notice roll from you, please. Right. So, Taris, you are running along the
You
trail, and you
are
can
of
see
madness.
the parts of the trail that have been cut up and blown up by your firebolts and smashed by Kralamos's ice bolts and various bits of detritus. You can see a red man's spear here that was thrown at one of you as you're making your way back, and then you carry on further down the path, and you can hear everybody else following on behind you, and you come to a fallen down tree, which the Marines and a few of the injured from Bride's party are all crouched down behind, and you get a "hold there" shouted out by John Smith, and he prevents you from being fired on as you burst out of the jungle. And I'll have another notice roll from you, as you're the first one to get there.
Mm-hmm. Arse.
And it all goes quiet.
It does. It does all go quiet for a moment as the rest of you kind of catch up, coming back through the.
I look around at them real quick, and I make a point of spotting each one of them. Go, where are the others?
We got attacked by another band of red men, Mom, says John Smith.
I hate you.
We retreated back behind this log. It seemed like a good defensive position, but it seemed like all they wanted to do was take some of us away. They grabbed the men with the broken legs and just ran off into the jungle. Yes, I know you do.
I hate you.
Well, you're the one that sent the Marines off on their own.
Was
So, are the
I hate you.
others caught up by now?
The others are caught up by now, yes.
And how much of the? So I look at the others. How much did you guys hear? And do you want to go after the injured?
Yeah, oh, well, I have to.
They've been gone for some time, says John Smith. It was maybe
Really?
half
You
an
look
hour
like
ago that
the
they
tentacle.
took them. We had our own injured here. We couldn't give chase. I'm not sure where they've gone.
We need to get the injured back to the fort where there's some defense to protect them.
We can't leave the others.
The two they've got won't last long enough for us to rescue if we delay.
Exactly.
I'd say it's already been too long, sir.
The funny thing is, I mean, if they take prisoners, when we were at the volcano, right? They were throwing people in the lava or the blood pool, or where I think it was the lava, to get, and they were summoning a monster, were they not?
They were, yes.
So presumably that's why they want all these prisoners. They're about to achieve critical massive blood to summon something awful.
How many of you are still able to continue towards the boat or towards the fort? And how many of us are fit enough to form a rescue party?
You're running low on supplies anyway. You only took a small amount of supplies. So you'd probably be best to go back to the fort to get enough supplies to head off back into the jungle again if you want to.
How far is it to the fort from where we are?
Well, you were running back that way already before you then turned the chase around. So you'll be half a day away from the fort, if that.
So, do we want to go and rescue our people or go and get some food? Question.
Well, do you want to?
I'm going to rescue them.
Do you want to go and rescue your people and possibly get lost in the jungle and starve to death, or do you want to go and get some food so you can go out and rescue your people properly?
Yes.
There's no point in just becoming more victims.
Even if we can't rescue them, we can at least avenge them.
Yeah, I don't have loyalty, so yeah, I mean, I will quite happily put a hatch down somebody's head, which seems appropriate.
See, I'm calculating, so I probably understand that logic.
You know,
no. What I mean is, if somebody falls over, I don't mind you drown if it means saving the ship. Tough, no.
Tane, who's there, looks rather upset with himself as says, "I hate to say it, but I agree with the Kahana."
Give him a camaraderie pat on the shoulder. That was hard to say.
So yeah, might as well go and get the food before we go and head out.
Horse ass.
So, possibly with a dark cloud hanging over you, you make your way back towards McBride's fort. As you do so, I will have notice rolls from everybody, based on hearing if anybody has penalties or bonuses for hearing specifically.
You say something.
Yeah, Terrace has gone into high alert because she's waiting to hear untortured screams, and then she's going to abandon you guys returning and go.
Okay, well, you all hear, after a couple of hours of walking back towards the...
What are you talking about, you nutter?
Fort, the sound of drums deep in the jungle. Cray, Solimas, and Taris hear something else as well.
What was
Somewhat muffled. Well, not so much muffled by the sound of the drums, but disguised by the sound of the drums that are echoing through the jungle all around you. You also hear the report of 2 cannon shots from up ahead in the direction that you're going.
Cannon fire. There's trouble at the fort.
There's trouble to the east, trouble to the west, trouble to the south, trouble to the north. Pick a direction.
Whichever way, we've got to get into shelter.
Hereby gum trouble Ackmill.
So if you want to start going double time, I will have vigor rolls from anybody that's trying to sprint in the direction of the fort. Failures will mean fatigue levels gained.
Don't call me Shirley.
Can I please help the ones who are struggling?
You can make a support roll, yes.
What would that be?
Well, you'll
agility?
have to multi-action, so you'll be making the vigor roll at -2, and then you can use strength or agility would be great for helping somebody.
Bennying that clearly. Better.
Solomas is he's old, but he's tough.
I helped
Possibly
somebody.
He's
There we
an
go.
old, tough, rubbery piece of calamari. You can give a +1 to somebody else that.
I'll help Kralamos.
That will help Kralamos, I think. Yes. So Kralamos still needs another +1 though, having got a 2. And
So can I roll support now?
if you do multi-action on your vigor roll, yes.
No. No.
Fair enough then.
But let's make the vigor roll.
Which failed anyway.
Which failed anyway. That's why I didn't take the minus.
Right, so this means we have Kralamos ends up fatigued, and Cray ended up fatigued because of the multi-action penalty.
I did.
And you got a 3 on your vigor roll.
Look at the re-roll I
Oh,
just Benny for, where I got a
You're right.
raise.
You re-rolled, so you're okay. Fry, he's used to being moister than this. Fry's in a very bad way. Solomas couldn't care less, but Josiah's not doing well.
No. Fry re-rolled.
And Terrace is just
You mean
strolling
Jimmy
along.
Gully?
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Gully?
Obviously, nobody's in a hurry to save these people.
Okay. Now, when the stockade is finally in sight, you see something you weren't expecting. You can see. What was that, Kev?
Yes, I was.
And then tell me what you see.
No. In case I'm talking about me, I'm not talking about Kralamos.
Okay. Well, what were you expecting out of interest?
Well, obviously, I can't use its proper name because that would be copyrighted. I can't remember what he's called in 50 Fathoms because it's a long time since I identified the adventure. But I'm going to say there's a wooden palisade with a rather pissed off monkey.
Monk ape, isn't it?
You would be completely and utterly wrong.
How can you not say someone's name because it's copyrighted? Who's
I'm joking.
Right.
King Kong?
What you actually see is the crew of the Wraith and the people that you'd evacuated from the stockade to the Wraith on the walls of the stockade, and a couple of Grail dragging 2 cannon into the stockade.
Fair enough.
With the daughter of the governor of Timin yelling orders at them.
Okay, I really didn't expect that one.
Uh-oh.
He's the governor's daughter.
Yeah. So what do you make of that then, folks?
Hang on, run that one by me again so that
Yeah. I agree.
run that one by me again.
Okay, so the stockade that you'd cleared everybody out of and sent down to the Wraith where they'd be nice and safe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Has got members of your crew and the healthier members of McBride's expedition that were in the stockade originally on the stockade walls, but not the ones facing into the jungle.
The ones facing out to sea.
The ones facing out to sea. And
You've sent the
there
bloody
are
Wraith, haven't you?
the Grail the Grail that we're on board are at the moment. You've got 6 Grail. They are 2 Grail to a cannon, carrying 2 cannon into the stockade, and the remaining 2 Grail have got nets full of cannonballs for one of them, and the other one's got a couple of barrels of gunpowder under his arms, and they're kind of being led by the senator's daughter, who's yelling at them. And yes, miss. Sorry, miss. I'll be quicker, miss. Taking the stuff, taking the cannon and ammunition into the stockade.
Sorry
Um,
about
but-
that.
but
We've got a
it-
strange
it-
situation here where I'm trying to get something.
Why is
off
the
one of
rum
my
got?
buttons.
So,
And it happened to be the home screen button.
but the funny thing is, right? So, is my ship still okay?
Well, you can't see your ship from here because
Have
you know
they,
you're
have they,
you're
sank,
in the
have
jungle
they
bit.
sunk the bloody ship? And this is them now making a last stand.
Or she left enough ammunition on board to let him get out away from shore a little bit and brought the crew here to defend the fort and those of us when we return.
Let me
They're
see if I can
facing
get a
out to
higher
sea.
view.
I
I'll see
suspect.
if
I
can tell what's
suspect we
happening.
don't.
Climb, climb,
I
climb.
suspect the people you never expect have turned up.
So you're climbing up a tree to get a better view, are you, Cray?
The
Yes,
Spanish
I am.
Inquisition?
What can I see
I
from
would
up
like
high?
to bet the Spanish Inquisition have turned up again.
How about we go forward and find out?
Yeah, good idea. But Cray's
Make
going to
those
go up
rolls
high.
Now you climbed up there, Cray.
Oh, you rolled 2 3s there. Gone very quiet again.
Well, that's because Cray's the only one that can see what they can see from the top of the tree,
Mhm.
and Cray is played by someone who's dyslexic, who's now got to read what I've just sent them.
There's a Kieran Cutter there. It looks like
the
they've.
ca-
It looks like they've
the
abandoned
it's
the
the
Wraith.
fiance. It's going to be the fiance, isn't it?
The Wraith looks abandoned, sir.
I will have a common knowledge roll from Josiah and Cray.
I knows. I don't know what I know, but I know.
Probably a good idea because I could roll with Toffee right now with 1 wound, 1 fatigue.
Oh,
Yes,
Cray.
Bewildered Badger says
Oops.
the main weapons is fear. Sorry, the main weapons is fear and surprise. Sorry, we'll start again. The main weapons are fear, surprise, and ruthless efficiency.
Well, Bewildered Badger can have a Benny the next time I'm GMing for him.
What did he just type? Oh, right.
So, well, Cray, you know that the Kierans like to take prize ships
Mhm.
because they can sell them back to the Empire. So, if the Wraith has
She's
been
booby
abandoned,
trapped it, hasn't she?
if the Wraith has been abandoned, it's unlikely that the Kierans are going to damage it because they'll want to take it as a prize.
Okay. That I know. I just don't know why our crew abandoned it.
Because
Well, the only way to find
the
that out is
governor's daughter told them to.
to get closer.
I suspect.
So, are you going to go and have a word with the governor's daughter then?
We need to get to the fort. I start swinging vine to vine.
I'll take it next time Kay's GMing. Are they an even more evil GM than our current GM is evil?
I don't think I've ever been called an evil GM.
Are they a nice GM?
I don't know. You guys have had me GM for you. What do you think?
I
Silence.
thought you were fair and in no way biased and not at all stingy with bennies.
Ooh, says the person I've given extra bennies to tonight for role playing as hindrances.
I know, but I'm not talking about this week. I was talking about last week.
Right. Well, you can all get to the stockade, and Rala Rayson, the senator's daughter, is just kind of standing by the gate to the stockade with her hands on her hips, tapping her foot,
He's very upset.
looking very upset. Well, it's about time you lot got here.
Why is the race abandoned?
Well, because somebody kidnapped me. Somebody's trying to take me back to arrest me to take me to the whale. And I didn't want all of these innocent people to die on my account. They said they were going to blow the wraith out of the water unless I was handed over. Well, I know full well they're not going to blow up an empty ship. And I saw that this fort was up here. Once your crew dragged me out to discuss whether or not they were going to offer me up to the Kierans. So I took charge and told them they'll be far more likely to survive if they all went ashore. And they did.
Okay, Josiah, over to you.
You did
Oh.
happen to bring you did happen to bring your chest with you, did you? Well, we left in your cabin.
She looks down into her cleavage, looks at you and says, "I didn't think I was your type."
I'm talking about the one with the large amount of money that we were going to. I can't say that. The one with the large amount of money that we don't want them getting their hands on.
I thought that bringing powder and ammunition so that we could potentially attack the Kieran ship would be far more useful than a few pieces of 8 right at this moment in time.
And I
Well,
agree
the-
completely with you.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking. I'm just
So they can capture the ship with enough money on it to buy another ship.
Yes.
Well,
That is not enough money for another ship, believe me.
No.
and if they come closer, we can destroy their longboats. If they come into range of the cannon that we will now have up here in the fort, we can attack them. I couldn't bring more cannon because there weren't enough people to haul them. I did the
Are
best
there
that
any-
I could.
Are there any spyglasses
I don't know
here
if she's.
in port?
I do not know if her plans tactically sound. So I'm just going to nod
Angus?
sagely from blood loss and tiredness.
Josiah, step up here. You know the ship best.
Angus, have you got any spyglasses?
Fry's going to kind of push
Aye.
his way
Can I
through the
borrow one,
crowd,
please? Thank you.
and he's going to go up to her and he's
Get
going to
up
pat her on the
higher and
hip and
see
say,
what
"I
more
think you done
information I
good."
can get.
I've got a spyglass if you need one.
Well, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we've got a spyglass.
Well, I've borrowed one now. I've only got the ability to
Annoying
use
as
one at a
fuck.
time.
I have to ask, little one, why are you with these kidnappers?
Who asked that?
Well, it's not so much
The
that they were
senator's
kidnapping you.
Talking to Fry.
Oh, right.
It's not so much that they were kidnapping you as much as your dad wanted you away from
Rescuing you.
the big mean guy, and the easiest way to do that was to make it look like we kidnapped you.
She has that kind of blank look on her face that people get when they're just about to have a realization.
Penny in the air.
Yeah.
Penny in the air.
And then she's like, "Oh,
There it is.
well, I suppose I should thank you for that then. Nonetheless, you didn't run away
Oh, you're
fast
welcome.
enough.
You're very welcome.
Regardless, well, we're here now, and I do hope you have a plan for destroying the Kieran cutter."
Did I
Uh,
get
Got a
any more
couple of
information
plans.
from the
Dabba
9
dabba
I got with the
ding,
spyglass
ding,
in closer
ding.
proximity?
and I'm gonna
Your
pull. I'm
fiance's
gonna.
on board. How's your feelings about what we do to him?
Actually, her fiance isn't on board as far as Craig can
Oh.
tell using the spyglass.
I don't see him.
I said, yeah, okay.
Okay.
It is a
I suggest.
It's a cutter from
Oh,
the
it's
Kieran
heavy.
Navy, and it is flying the colours of Kira itself rather than the Kieran
Okay.
Empire.
So they might not actually be here for
It
her.
could be
Oh no, we know they
coincidental.
are because she said that, didn't they? They basically said that. So the fact the ship's empty, they're not going to just take the prize ship and sail off because they need her. So
She's probably got a price in her head.
I'm thinking that basically Solomus, Fry, and myself can basically swim under their ship later tonight, aboard it, and possibly fire it.
Well,
do we
and
want to board it, or do we
if
just
I
want
may
to take?
get a word in edgewise here, how many of you are still holding the rock potions I made?
Actually, I was just
I
hang on.
had thought about that.
Kieran
Do that.
Cutter, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We're gonna if we attack the ship, we all have to attack it.
No, you don't. I was just thinking 6 points of heavy armor. Take 6 off, that's 15. All I'm thinking is I just have to swim underneath it and basically. How deep's the bay?
How deep is? Sorry.
It's a fairly deep bay.
How deep is
Clearing cutter.
bay?
I can't do it because I mean, logically
I really
speaking,
need to know.
not talking game rules, but just in normal sense. Basically, all we have to do is swim underneath it and start and cut and put a bloody large hole in the base of it, which I can do with magic, but of course, in game terms, that won't sink it.
Why not?
Well, because I could, best I could probably do is 1 wound to it, which in game rules wouldn't sink it. Do you know what I mean? Pretty good.
Well, no, but if you make a hole and somebody goes in through said hole,
Well, no, it would be very loud of making the hole because I just literally sit.
It wouldn't be that
underneath
big
it.
a hole anyway.
No, that's the thing. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. So what we really need, and obviously being a ship, you can't just sit at the bottom. We can't sit at the bottom and just soar into it because they'd hear it.
And
So
it
I
doesn't
think
really
we
matter
just. It's a moot point. So ignore my whole plan. I'm obviously suffering from fatigue and blood loss.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you make the hull leak more because they've got pumps. So long as they pump out faster than it comes in, you're hunky
Exactly.
dory. And then you just knock a bit of soft wood into it and it
Somebody
swells.
Yeah,
makes
sorry.
a hole.
That battle plan was absolutely crap. Ignore me.
Well,
I'm just
no,
gonna go-
but what
I'm
if
just
there
gonna
was
go
a great
live
big
in.
hole?
What if you made a hole? Somebody went in and lit the powder magazine on the inside, and then got out.
What if
again?
The problem is making the hole would be
Well,
noisy.
you
so
don't
they'd never hear.
listen, guys.
Which is why it goes back to my
we've got-
original plan: is we
Okay,
swim
what
aboard
did
at
they
night
shout?
and
What
board
did
it.
they just shout? And why?
Well,
What?
that's what you think they shouted. I've sent you that.
I think they just shouted something like "Killer." Who was it that shouted? Our side or their side?
That was the sound of red men off deep in the jungle where the drums have stopped.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
With big
Do I
pissed off
know what
monkeys coming.
"killer" refers to?
Everybody, just be quiet. Let me listen. Let me listen better than that with a Benny.
You might
Okay.
change it so it isn't Donga, it's someone else, but something big's coming, isn't it? Don't like coming to Torah car.
We have more
See,
immediate problems than the boat. Look, there are Ugaks over there. Something is going to come to us way before that ship's an issue.
Yeah, I think we need to turn the cannon around and face them at the jungle, personally.
Is that your considered opinion as a battle leader, Kralamos?
It is.
Okay. Well, are you
Based
taking
on what Fraser said.
You're taking defensive positions then, are you?
Are they coming through the jungle at us?
A mighty jungle.
Mm.
Where
The
no lions
Ugaks scream tonight.
Oh, I prefer yours. Yeah. I'm going to be as useful as a chocolate teapot, I suspect, with -2 on everything.
Okay, so if you're starting to sort of prepare defensive positions and move the cannon around to face the to face towards the jungle, is there anything else you want to do to prepare? I'm sure Kralamos, as he's one that's actually got the battle skill, will lament the fact that.
I might have some tactical plans.
Okay, so Kralamos, you are somewhat lamenting the fact that the senator's daughter didn't ask for any of the remaining canister rounds that you had to be brought on shore, but you can understand why she didn't think, since she just wanted to bring things that would possibly damage a ship.
Agreed.
But you do know that there are a few canister rounds left down on the Wraith. If you were to send somebody to get them in the hopes that the attack might not happen before they arrived.
It sounds like a stealthy job for an
That
aquatic.
sounds like a job for a Doreen to me. Send Tayon off.
Just on his own?
No, he needs a bodyguard.
Yeah, send him with
Fry?
Fry can go with him.
Oh,
Okay.
hang on, is that going to work?
You're going to send the Doreen and the Kahana together.
On a secret mission?
I'm going to send. I'm going to send.
To go with lunch.
I'm going to send Faris and Tane off to get the canisters.
Well,
Okay.
Paris isn't aquatic.
No, but
so basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a chance to do one thing.
I'm going.
To prepare.
Yeah,
you don't
I'm
have
going.
to. Okay.
No, I'm going.
All right. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going with Tane.
Breathe.
You're going with Tane. Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything to help prepare for what you believe is an incoming attack?
Yes. I want to help prepare a triage area for injured, and get people who are really not combatants to be busy doing something that A, will keep their mind off just how bad this shit is, and B, will actually be useful to us.
Okay.
Okay, I want to retreat to a quiet corner and meditate so I can recover power points. How long do I have to recover what I need?
I will come to that in a moment, but that will also give you time to recover your level of fatigue as you are taking some rest.
Yeah, I want to be prepared.
Okay. Josiah, what do you want to do?
So how are they going to attack?
Well, you don't know, do you?
No, right, okay. Right, okay, doke. What we will do is.
No, it's terrible, but the enemy decided to not tell us their battle plan before the fight.
So rude.
I
It
know.
is terrible of them.
Right, well, let's tell you what. Get a crack on. I mean, we have got guns, though, don't we?
You've got guns, and you've got 2 cannon.
Just make sure everybody's got clean. Make sure everybody's got flintlock and prep all the guns. Make sure every single gun is immaculately clean with fresh flintlock.
Sounds good to me. So you're going to be you're actively overseeing that, yes?
Yes.
So that won't give you a chance to get any rest. Fair enough. Fry, are you heading off with Kralamos then?
Well, I can either head off with Kralamos, or I can kind of try and set up some booby traps and so forth in the woods right outside the wall and what have you.
Yeah,
Which
you can
would you guys rather I do?
That's certainly something you could do.
No preference?
Go ahead, do it.
I guess that's down to you to decide
Okay.
then.
Okay, then that's what Fry will do. Fry will go out and use his thievery to set up some traps and what have you.
Sounds good. Give me a thievery roll.
Oh, good grief.
Oh dear. It goes poorly.
Did you get stuck in your own trap?
I think Fry does get briefly stuck in one of his own traps, so that's going to end up. You're going to end up fatigued from bumps and bruises from setting up those traps, I'm afraid.
Are the traps set up?
There are some traps set up, but Fry ends up fatigued as a result of it.
Bummer.
So we've got 1, 2, 3. Cray set up a triage area, which is 4. Taris just rested. So Solimas, what, if anything, are you doing to prepare for the oncoming storm?
Helping Josiah.
You're helping Josiah. Okay. I take it you're going to be using your usual ability to
Get one in a
gather
good mood
people.
and
Yep.
excited and roused.
Okay. Well, give me a persuasion roll for arousing the troops.
I didn't know you were that way inclined.
That's an exercise as well, isn't it?
It can be.
And I'll just do my free. Get a bit on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that gives you that, and then you get that for having.
Stay away from the door. Something down there.
Right. So, Kralamos, you are able to lead a couple of your Marines over to the ship, and you recover the remaining canister rounds without being seen by the Kierans.
You worse?
Cray's got a triage station set up. Josiah and Solomas go around making sure that
that's
all...
evil.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Josiah goes around with Solomas, making sure everybody's weapons are cleaned and primed and loaded and ready.
Lubed up and.
Yep. The cannon are turned to face into the jungle.
And
The ball's
let the
clean.
bennies drain.
Let the bennies drain.
What?
Get all their bennies
Is
are
that a
drained.
way of, is that a way of saying give the GM a Benny and not the players?
That's the bot that said that, isn't it?
Please be bot.
No, it just means that Michael said it on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
and
I got
it's
confused.
come through.
I see. Let the
Have a
bennies drain.
bot that
Transfers one to the other.
Yes.
That's just me being really, not up with these newfangled technologies. Show my age.
You whippersnappers.
So,
Ooh, that's very nice.
time
That is
passes.
pretty, isn't it?
Very pretty. It would be nice if the doodah was working, but obviously it doesn't.
It would, but there are reasons that the doodah wouldn't work for this one anyway. So time passes and you prepare your defences. The number under the R are the number of free rerolls you have for the battle roll for this upcoming mass battle. The number on the B is the bonus you have to battle rolls for the defences you've set up and the fact that you are currently, or you have a stockade to hide behind. You will notice that you are currently outnumbered by the red men that will start their attack just as full dark comes. You begin behind the stockade or on the walls, your choice, where you want to be. And I will need to know who is the general in charge on your side.
Who's got battle as an actual skill?
On the walls is the only way we can see over the walls, right?
On the walls is where you can sort of start to attack. If you're behind the stockade, you've retreated into a position where you're less likely to be engaged in
I
actually in a fight.
I suppose that has relief in as well as healing, does it?
I'm afraid it does not.
Because you see, this was why I got pissed back to the bloody boat. I wanted to get some power get some power points and lose my point of fatigue, but no, everyone said we couldn't let them go on their own. No, I had to go with them.
Nobody said you had to go with them. People said it was a bad idea to send Fry with Tane alone.
What's up,
Do we desperately need PowerPoints?
No, not necessarily. I don't know what.
Yeah, Taris, you've had a couple of hours rest before this happens. So Taris, you've got 10 PowerPoints back.
Yeah, that
I still want to know, has anybody actually got the battle skill?
Kralamos.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's who then.
Which is why I really wanted to have a time to rest and lose that point of fatigue, but no, it's okay. I'll just
Okay.
use that healing potion, so I'm not at -2. I'm only at -1.
Tell you what, I'll swap. I'll try and swap you a card, Kralamos. How about
Let's give you love interest.
that? You got rid of it.
Oh, that red man is just so sexy.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking. For the record, I'm not really that peed off. It's just like, the law of sword, isn't it? Anyway,
Well, at least that'll get you back power points if you need them, if you get desperate.
Mm. So then, as dark falls, the drums have started up again, and you can hear a chant rising from the Red Man ranks. You can't quite make out the word that is being chanted, but it certainly ends with an sound.
not at any time. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a plan.
You want to do what?
Planning things in my head. Right, so I get a +4 bonus, do I?
Well, you have a +4 bonus in the first round from the defenses and everything you've set up, and from Fry's traps that have been set up, from having a triage station prepared, from Josiah and Solomas making sure that all the weapons were primed, ready, cleaned, and everything was as good as it could be for the defense. You've also got 4 re-rolls that you can use for your battle rolls for this mass battle.
Okay.
And now I will start the first round. So, for those that, well, just in case anyone can't remember, during a mass battle, you can get complications, just like in a chase. And each round, you can do something to support the mass battle, and where you are in the in terms of where you are in the battle, will affect what you can and can't do. That teamwork will only apply to that will apply to to support roles for the actual battle roles, because everything you do will be to support Kralamos's battle role. You may change your location by 1 step voluntarily each round of the battle. So if you want to charge forwards and lead some of the troops out into the Red Men's lines, you can do. If you want to stay fighting on the walls or retreat back behind the stockade, you can do. Retreating behind the stockade will be a good chance to recover fatigue and such like that you might have.
I
But
won't get a chance, but that's fine. Penny's flow, thank you, Bill Wilden. We certainly need him.
there you go. So, well, you're starting on the walls, Cray. You can, after you've done your action, you can change your position, because your action might change your position anyway. As I am using one of Mr. Wiggy's whispers from the pit to help with this battle.
Yeah, some of his stuff was awesome.
But Cray has played teamwork, so all support roll bonuses will be doubled this round. And since there is no limit to support bonuses total on a battle roll in a mass battle, this could make a very decisive first round of battle.
It could be a very short battle.
It could be.
I thought it was a good time to play it.
Fry.
Of course.
Fry will be standing on the walls, fighting off the red men as they come forward.
Okay, so the red men launch themselves forward, and Fry gets a raise. So you can either you get a +1 to Kralamos's roll anyway. Then you either have a choice now of either taking your raise and making it a +2, or having a battle event as you got a raise, and see what else could happen.
Oh, let's have a battle event. Let's do something fun.
Right. So first thing I need you to do is roll 2d6.
Best battles.
2d6. 9.
So we have a 9.
6.
That is indeed a 9, and now my PDF won't come in front of Fanny Scans. There we go. Right. So you end up fighting with a strong foe. One of the Ugak war leaders ends up fighting you on the parapets
battle.
there. As he's leading sort of one of the initial charges. So we're going to have an opposed roll of your fighting against an Ugak war leader, which could end up with you taking bumps and bruises or further damage because you have a tough foe to face. Your bonus to the battle is still there, and you can also.
Sorry, carry on.
And we're also going to roll. Yeah, looks like Fry's doing pretty well there. The Ugak war chief, who is the strong foe in question. You come out of that covered in blood. Absolutely none of it is yours.
And then I scream over the walls at the guys that are still on the ground.
And since you succeeded in that, you get a roll on the battle effects table to go with the +1 bonus you already got. Ooh.
That was kind of appropriate.
I told you. I stand on the wall and scream down.
Right.
What's that little thing? It's terrifying.
Yeah, how dare it attack us like that? Right, so -2 morale to the enemy for this turn, and a +1 bonus to Solomas.
Oh, it's me, is it not?
It is Josiah next, yes.
Right, okay, so don't do this as we would normally would. Normally what we would do is we put a softwood wedge in the back of the gun because you want elevation and then you fire on the up roll. Forget all that bollocks. Right, hammer the wedge all the way in so the gun barrel gets depressed. It doesn't matter if you hit the ground, it will bounce and it will take the front row and the back row out. Right, so just fire, just when he shouts fire, all the guns fire. Put the softwood wedges in. Right, remember you're not at sea.
So spouting some creative bollocks gets you a mere success. But that
I don't
is
know on
double.
land, but it certainly works on the water, didn't it? Skipping the cannonballs off the water did actually work. Yeah.
So that's well, this round that's a +2 bonus. You don't get a raise, so you don't get a chance of a battle encounter and something slightly funkier happening. But certainly you get the cannons working a good one. Kralamos, if you wish to support yourself, you will have to multi-action now. But you're staying on hold, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, Solomas. Oh, and Josiah, do you want to stay on the walls? Do you want to move to a charging position, or do you want to retreat behind the stockade?
Why be the Royal Bank of Scotland? Rerolls bonus. What was S?
Support.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I did ask what's M then.
Morale.
Okay. Oh yeah, morale -2. Clever. I like it.
Well, I'm just going to do the rallying thing, I suppose.
Okay, so you're yelling orders, passing on orders from Kralamos and such like. Sounds like you're using persuasion there. That's fine.
Work the crowd, is it?
This is just a straight support roll, so there's no need to work the crowd or anything like that. So a success from you doesn't give a chance of a battle effect. Oh, we're having a reroll. We're having the free reroll. So we got the raise. So do you want to give a +2 bonus, or do you want to roll and see what happens as a battle event?
I give a +2 bonus to.
It's to Kralamos for the
Yeah,
for
to
the battle
Kralamos.
roll.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're giving the +2 bonus, not getting too involved in stuff. Are you staying on the walls, or are you backing away behind the stockade?
Down the walls.
Hang on, that's just raise. That's a +4 bonus.
Yes, but I already added a +2.
Okay.
Taris Tun.
When I see the first leading edge come through, I'm going to throw a havoc at him to try to slow him down.
Okay, so you're using your spell casting. So you roll your spell casting, and you will then spend 2d6 power points because this represents quite a bit of time of battle, and you might use more than one spell. You might have a chance to recover some as well. So that's a +1 bonus, which this round is doubled to a +2. And roll 2d6 for the number of power points you end up spending this round.
No, I want to. No,
So you're spending a lot of havoc out into there. And are you staying on the walls? Are you?
I'm going to stay on the walls. I've got to be able to see.
Okay, and Cray.
I want to dive off into the troops and slice them to pieces.
Sounds like you're using fighting then.
I am. I am indeed. Oops. I'm on the wrong tab.
It is perfectly possible to use wild attacks if you're doing fighting in a mass battle. This could lead to you getting hurt more, though.
I'll go on the side of caution for that. Thank you.
Okay, so you've got a raise. Do you want to take a +2 bonus instead of the +1, or do you want a +1 bonus and a battle event?
Battle event.
Give me a 2d6 roll. We'll see what you end up facing. Okay. The table goes over the edge of a page.
That's okay. I've got it.
On my
6.
PDF, it does.
Leading, engaged, or disengaged?
We're engaged. So you face a weak foe.
Oh, weak foe. Sorry, just trying to be helpful because I'm already converting it.
Ah, right. Okay. So you face a weak foe. So make a fighting roll.
I'm not cheating here.
I'm going to penny that.
You're going to penny that? Go on then.
Penny that. That is considerably better.
Okay, so as it's a weak foe, it's not a wild card you're facing, but they still fight pretty well. Not well enough, however, so you still come out of that unscathed as maybe one of the unit leaders rather than one of the war leaders faces off against you. And that means you can now have a roll on the battle table that I shared earlier. Slaughter! Ooh!
It's going to be a very short fight.
It could be a very short fight because that puts them at a -2. I'm going to have to add a support one on their side because I forgot they could end up with penalties, didn't I? There we go. Put a support on their side. And a -2.
I've got to say, I do like the fact that I do like the use of the height tokens like this. It's brilliant.
Well, when I knew I couldn't use the mass battle thing for it, I thought that'll just work brilliantly, won't it? And it so far seems to. So you're only giving a +1, but to your side, which doubles to a +2, but it's a -2 to the other side. And are you staying on the walls, or are you leading some of the troops and just taking the fight right into the middle of the... You're taking the fight right into the middle of the red men. Okay. So,
honest, I'm beginning to regret spending that
conviction.
Beginning point of conviction at this point, yeah. But it doesn't matter. So I make it +16?
Yes, but you are on hold, Kralamos. And this means you can still act. If you want to act, you can multi-action and support yourself and do some cool stuff and lead the troops with your tactical genius.
I'm just being tactical here. I think, you know what I mean. Kralamos knows he's a bit knackered. He's low on power, and he knows that. Basically, I'm thinking he's directing the battle here, trusting in his troops and in Taris's offensive firepower, I think.
Okay, well, yes, you are at a +16, but you also have a -3 because you have 7 tokens and the enemy has 10.
Okie dokie.
So you're actually on +13, and the enemy has a -2 from Cray's slaughtering charge, but a +3 from having more troops. So his overall at +1.
I critically failed.
And you critically failed.
Oh my god.
Oh,
we had this fight. What the hell are you doing?
What did you do?
No. You know what happened? We're all focused on this, and some snuck round the back.
Quite obviously, because they got a raise. So a critical fail loses a token on your side.
Oh my god. Kev!
Not my fault, it's the bloody dice.
Kralamos, not Kev.
Yeah, Kralamos. And the other side got a raise, which loses 2 tokens on your side, 1 for each success.
Oh.
Snuck in behind and
For the
killed
record,
some.
I rolled a 17 on a bloody crit fail.
You did.
Surely that's still. Oh, I suppose it doesn't, does it? It means
It doesn't
basically
because
something went wrong.
it's a
Yeah.
crit fail. Yeah.
That is so painful.
Now that morale penalty that the other side had doesn't matter because they didn't lose any troops at all, so they don't have to take a morale check. However, your side did. So it's still the same round, but so I need a spirit roll from Kralamos at -2 for the 2 tokens that you lost.
-3 because I'm fatigued,
Yeah.
which I'll probably fail. Oh no, I made. Woohoo!
See, there you go. That's why you had the conviction.
Yes, indeed.
So in the initial assault, while Cray leads a charge out into a large group of
Some stuck in, some climbed over the. Some went. Look, I critically failed. I get to say this one. We were so focused on the main force at the front. Unfortunately, I didn't take into account that some may sneak around the back. They stuck over the walls and attacked us from in the rear.
Okay. Now, narratively, what that's going to do is reduce your bonus for your defenses by 1.
Yeah, I'll put some behind the stockade because they're obviously in there. You know what I mean.
Yeah, they will be, but that's just their tokens. So
I know. You know what
we
I
will
mean. I was just
we will move on.
demonstrating what happened.
Yeah, we will move on to the next round. And Fry has a joker.
See, I had a card that if I got the Joker, I was going to play, but if I don't get the Joker, it's not worth it.
And Cray called
Well,
has a
funny.
club, and therefore is going to have a
No,
complication.
I don't. I'm going to spend a penny to redraw my card.
Interesting. If I say
Crowley
something
Moss,
so
can I swap you
shocking, oh no, that affects everyone.
Crowley must have swapped you another card.
Why is that not working?
Yeah, it doesn't make any. It doesn't make any difference if I crit fail it again, does it?
If you just want to spend a penny.
Come on, guys, we've got this. We can take them.
Oh, so everybody has +2 to all rolls this round. And what does Cray end up on?
Queen of Diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds, so no longer on a club.
Which is a distinct improvement.
Right, so Fry, you're still on the walls. You can see Cray somewhere off in the distance. What are you doing?
I think Fry's probably going to go out there with Cray. I mean,
so you're going to be moving out there at the end of this turn. So is this fighting again then, or are you sneaking out carefully to get into a good position?
Actually, maybe I will stealth out there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's stealth out there. We're going to be sneakies. Oh, let's.
Just -2, but just get an idea of what the situation is.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so that is the raise. You don't suffer some an injury from bumps and bruises from just getting a success. And again, you have the choice of either a +2 bonus instead of the +1, or
battle.
You're going for the battle roll. So give me a 2d6 roll.
Gotta have fun. Oh, I get to find another big guy.
You do get a big guy. You get actually no, engaged. You get some healing.
Oh.
With a 6/6, you get some healing, so you can remove either a level of fatigue or a wound that you have.
Well, I've only got a level of fatigue, so that will go bye-bye.
So that goes bye-bye. Clearly, you're so riled up by the fight and
he rolled a 9.
Forward.
He didn't roll a 12, by the way.
Oh, I thought it was a 6/6. No, it was a 9. Damn. Yes,
as you said,
the 12.
It's a strong foe.
Sorry, yes, you're right. It is a strong foe. I saw the 12. So okay, it's a strong foe. So that is going to be.
Put the fatigue back on.
We'll put the fatigue back on, and that's an opposed fighting roll as you get stuck in to an enemy.
Yeah, so, and I've got enough bennies. Let's go ahead and give that a couple rolls just to.
Okay, it's an opposed roll, so I will when you're happy with what you've got.
10. Let's go one more. I think I can still do better than that. Nope.
Okay, so
I think single. Having read it, I think single blow's the way to go. Then actually running a full combat, isn't it?
Right.
Oh,
so you
still get the raise.
You still get the raise, so you get either a roll on the battle effects table or take another +1.
Oh, battle effects, of course.
Okay. So give me a battle effects roll. Let's see what you get.
Battle effects. 10.
A slaughter. So clearly, your stealthy sneaking is letting you backstab. You're going for a shaman here. You hamstring a number of the Ugak troops. Maybe you've seen where some of them have bypassed some of your traps because they weren't quite set up well with your critical failure. But you then jerry rig them and cause them to suffer and suffer more losses than they otherwise might have done as you make your way forward. Nicely done. All right, who is up next? And we're on to Taris, who's still on the walls.
Yeah, and this is not going well for us so far, so I'm going to call on some help, and I'm going to summon a fire elemental. And just for the next 5 rounds, it'll be out there dancing around among them, causing havoc and trying to terrorize them.
Sounds good to me.
It only lasts this combat round, but yes.
Yes, it does only last this combat round, but
the combat rounds last considerably longer than 30 seconds.
I thought we might be seeing a Benny on that one.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, it seems your magic is being stymied from somewhere.
Need a raise. That's better.
Oh, right, a mighty raise. So, do you want to roll on the battle table to see what you encounter, or do you want to just take a +2 bonus?
I'll roll on the battle table, and how many power points that cost me?
That'll be 2d6.
That's right, I'm rolling at -1. That's right. It's 2 with my fatigue. Oh, I take it back. You just got me a +2 bonus. Huzzah.
Right, so we've got a 6. You do face a weak foe, I'm afraid, Taris. So
He
you
does,
need to,
or the elemental does?
either way, Taris is the one that takes the risk here because that's just the way it works. So choose the skill you're
While
using.
she's casting, someone climbs up onto the barracks and attacks her.
Yeah.
Basically.
So you can use spell casting, or you can use fighting, or you can use stealth to just try and get away from them. Pick a skill you're using, which will be opposed by the fighting roll of the Ugak that gets to you.
Yeah, it has to be my spell casting. I'm really weak on everything else.
That will cost you an extra 1d6 power points to use it in this situation, because you're still using your spellcasting resources to do it. So it will cost you 3 more power points, make your spellcasting roll, and I will then oppose it.
Oh, jeez.
Up to you if you want to Benny that, but I will be rolling a d10 against you.
Oh, wait, well, it took 2 of my, but give me one of my bennies.
I'll give you one back. There you go. Okay, you happy with a 7?
I'm going to have to be.
Well, you fry that Ugak that is almost going to get to you, and you havoc it into the fire elemental, and you hear it screams as its fur burns as it flies through the fire elemental that you summoned. Since you did a summon, not only am I going to give a +1 for the support that you got, no, that's the wrong button. There we go.
Doesn't he get some for the Valor thingy too?
He gets another one for the Valor, and since you summoned an elemental this round, I will give a token back temporarily as well.
Woo! It's down to -4.
Don't
Ignoring the
screw it up
bonuses.
this time.
Well, at the moment we're on sheer numbers. We're at -4. I'm ignoring the bonuses and the support.
Let's get
runs,
wild
we're at
then.
-4.
So Cray's going for a wild attack.
I'm going to turn myself into a tornado of death.
Go for it.
For a moment, I thought
Hey,
I'd
it worked
critical.
for me.
So that actually gives you a 9. So you've got the raise. You have no choice. You have to have a battle encounter when you're wild attacking. So give me a 2d6 roll.
8.
That's an 8. And then give me another 2d6 roll, because you're going to get the worst of these two for you, because you're just fighting like an idiot. And well, you get a moderately strong foe.
Okay.
Give me another fighting roll, and I will fight you with you being vulnerable.
Okay. Shall I put on a +2 for the wild this time?
Not this time, no, because you did your wild attacks and then you got jumped.
I see.
when you were being vulnerable from having done the wild attacks.
Think I got it.
I think you might have done. Why is my modifier button not working? Have I locked it?
I'll wait till they finish resolving this, and then I'll play a card. Make sure you roll a 12, Harris.
Okay, I'm going to have to do the modifier
You guys
manually
have
'cause
been
it won't let
remembering
me.
your +2, right?
So Crazy's action on a 14. And why are my rolls not appearing in the thing? There we go. Let's try that again. So you get a raise. So you managed to come out of that unscathed in spite of your violent attacks. Everybody with an arcane background gets 2d6 power points back. And Craig gets a roll in the battle effects table. Still a +2 to the commander's battle roll, but you faced a powerful foe that you were able to thwart. Josiah.
Front rank fire.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, that's pretty good. So, do you want the +2 bonus, or do you want to have a battle encounter?
I'll have. Do we need the +2 bonus?
I mean,
Yes.
the battle encounter might give you a +2 bonus anyway, but it could also give some other cool stuff.
Yeah, but we
You're
need
trying
to.
to
We need to.
influence.
Yeah, but we need to wait. We need to knock numbers off.
I
the
think
boss tokens.
personally, I think the safety of a +2 bonus is preferable.
Aye,
I mean,
take
the
it.
most common roll will just give us a +2 bonus. But,
Aye, plus we'll take the +2 because they've got more force tokens. We're gonna have to weigh them down.
Yeah,
We have to beat
exactly.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't take another loss.
No.
Right.
Okay, so we're at -4. Okay, -4, so +6 I make it.
So Kralamos,
I did
are you multi-actioning, or are you holding?
I can't afford to multi-action, can I really?
Right. So I will maintain your conviction because you're going on hold, and pop you on hold. Solomas.
So I'm going to get up on the thing and say your father was an Urakai and your mother was a wizard, and they fight in your general direction. And I'm going to do a rabble rousing.
You're rabble rousing. You're taunting the foe. Okay. You've got a 7, so that's a success.
I do get a free reroll.
I know you've got a +2 this round as well, so that is actually a raise with a 9. But you get a free reroll.
I get 2 raises. Not possible, is it?
Yeah, there's no limit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be the good one then. No.
So you've got a raise. Do you want to have an encounter or a straight +2?
I have a +2.
You're having the +2. Okay.
We're going for the +2s. We've got to make up for last round.
Exactly. If I
Ripped
crit
on
fail
his own
again,
balls.
I'm disconnecting. Just so you know, I'll come back, but I will drop in
Okay,
disgust.
so Kralamos, you are at -4 for having 4 fewer tokens, but you've got a total of +12 overall. So that puts you on a +8, and then you get the +2 from the adventure card. So you're
That's
actually
very
rolling
true.
you're rolling at +10 this round.
I crit fail, I'm going to scream.
Don't scream.
Oh,
Right.
19.
That's going to get rid of 4 of the enemy's tokens. The enemy are at +4 for having more troops than you, but -2 for the slaughter that happened, so they're only rolling at +2. So that will take away 2 of your tokens, and you will lose a third one, of course, as the elemental will vanish as well. But do you know what? I'm feeling really rather evil, so I'm going to Benny that battle roll.
We're going to lose the fight, guys. We are going to lose this fight.
You're such a positive individual.
Well, so
It's the crit
4.
fail buggered us.
The crit fail did take things out a fair bit.
Complete opposite to Spelljammer, where they won the final battle in a single dice roll. Single round. This is the complete opposite.
And the elemental vanishes for this round, and 2 more of your troops are lost. There aren't many of you left.
It's Rorke's Drift, isn't it?
It kind of is.
I don't know. The first time I used the battle rules, the enemy killed 90% of the forces and then failed the morale roll and ran away.
So I'm going to need a
Well, yeah,
morale
that's
roll.
believable because they didn't run away. You know, the good guys survived.
So I need a morale roll from Kev at -4.
We're in trouble now.
Because you lost 4 tokens. Now
That's
remember,
spirit, isn't it?
Oh no,
that is spirit. Remember, you do have 4 free rerolls you can use on any
I'm
battle-related roll.
aware of that, but I've crit failed.
You what?
no, you didn't.
No, you
I
didn't.
rolled 2 1s. I rolled 2 1s.
I don't see it. 2 1s.
No,
It
It doesn't show
it doesn't say
2 1s.
fail.
I rolled 2 1s and a 2. I'm being
No,
honest.
the other
But
one
your
fell off the
conviction
table,
does not
Kevin.
count as one of your dice.
The other one
Yeah.
fell off the table.
Does it not? Oh, in that case, I didn't
No.
crit fail. Okay.
Because
No,
conviction is a compound roll. It's when you do things like
That's a reroll.
automatic fire and such like.
That's a much better reroll.
That's a reroll.
Even with a -4, that is a success.
No.
Sorry, even with a -2, that's a success. Now the enemy needs a spirit
Aye.
roll with a -4.
-5, by the way.
Aye, the crit roll on auto fire, it has to be the wild dice, does it?
It doesn't have to be the wild
Fair
die. It
enough.
just has to be more dice.
More ones are rolled than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I did. That's fine then. I was just being honest. Don't forget to take up one of our rerolls.
I will, and the enemy don't seem ready to retreat, in spite of the massive slaughter that has occurred. In
They want to
fact,
finish it off, don't they?
the ground begins to shake.
Oh, for we
And-
it was a fun campaign. Crimson Throne next
It's
time.
a dinosaur.
Next week. No,
Oh,
I told
King
you it's a
Kong,
very
there you go.
pissed off monkey.
It is a great pissed off monkey.
Unga.
Yeah, look. Look at it.
Has appeared. Donga
Oh, win this fight.
I thought it was Tonga.
counts as 6 tokens, all on his own.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness
This
gracious
is the point I'm
me.
trying to point out is we aren't going to win this fight, guys. It was nice playing with you, Crimson Throne, next week. Except one of you isn't playing because they never created their character.
Well, I'm in the process of creating it right now.
2 of you aren't playing then if they haven't created their character.
So Donga counts as 6 tokens, all on his own, and can give support rolls to the war chief.
Can't we make Donga be on our team?
No.
But you
However,
got that
What happens
adventure
if
card.
what happens if we play love interest on Donk?
Has anyone got the adventure card that either allows them to search through the remaining deck or through the discards?
at the same time,
I've got the enemy card that lets you draw 3 adventure cards and keep one of your choice, and they can't soak wounds in.
some of the injured that have been
we that
cycled
desperate?
back in behind the stockade call that there are troops coming up the cliff face behind you as well.
It's the Kierans. This is why I'm just shutting up.
And the Kierans have become involved as well.
On whose side?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
Logically, probably because they've got to keep the princess alive. We might be princess, the governor's
You
daughter.
know what?
We might,
Just to
we
make
might be
things
lucky.
interesting, I can't play it. I was going to play Angry Mob.
Well, yes, as you've pointed out, Kralamos, they're here to bring the senator's daughter back alive. So while they're not on your side, they are also fighting against the Red Men. They're not engaging the stockade, they are engaging the Red Men.
So you've now got a 4-way mass battle, basically.
Right, and that's why I wanted the mob. That way we could have the Battle of the 5 Armies.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Oh, give me the card! Give me the card! Give me the card! I've got another play. Just give me the card. I can still play.
I can still play too.
Oh, you can you? In that case, let me give it to you instead.
Somebody needs to give me a card back. Not that it makes any difference. I can't play it, but
There we go. We got the Battle of the 5 Armies. Well done.
Great.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have, let's put somewhere in the middle here. We will have a smaller tribe of red men turns up that are not from the tribe that worship Dunga. So you have managed to get yourself, well, you found the enemies of your enemy, if not your friends.
Indeed.
And
Oh, dear
Fry,
me.
Well, unfortunately, the enemies of our enemies, right, have an offering for Donga.
do they?
And Donga, their shaman loses control of Donga, and the Donga turns around, points at the person that summons him, and goes, lunch.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This is chaos.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Uh,
I'm
right.
glad I'm not GMing this fight.
No, that's fine. So for this round, the initial attacking group of red men have got a -2 to their battle roll, as there's a little bit of disarray as Donga eats their lead shaman. But after that, the other shaman will get him under control again.
Seems fair.
Now, Cray Cooled and Fry are both on clubs and are having
Bollocks to that. Give me a better card.
better than the ace of clubs. You get an ace of hearts.
Much better. What about
And
Fry?
Fry popped up to the 9 of hearts.
Mhm.
Fry popped up to the 9 of hearts. Okay. I'd now like a fear check at -2 from all of you for seeing Donga. Cray is not scared of any big monkeys. Fry isn't. Solomas is, as is Tarish Tun.
Reminds me.
Right.
It's not looking good for you there, Solomas.
Might do one. Yeah, I could do conviction as well, couldn't I?
You could. And Tarish Tun has a fail.
You don't have to, and I know you're evil GM, but if you're feeling nice, I got a joker in inverted commas.
You do have a joker in inverted commas, absolutely. But I did give you a bunch of free rerolls as well. So
No, I'm not talking about that. I was talking about other players getting quite low on certain things, but I'm only joking.
Oh, stuff's coming. Don't worry. Taris, are you happy with your failing the fear check?
Well, given I'm down to 2 bennies, I'm going to take it.
Right. So I need you to roll on the fear table with a +2 bonus.
Do not roll a 20.
Where's the fear table? If I have a heart attack, oh well, I'll see you for Crimson Throne. Where do I find the fear table? There we go.
Yeah, it should be up.
I just wanted to say
Oh,
it's behind you.
You are shaken.
Did everybody have a slice swing?
I had a moment there where I thought, no, this is going to be a heart attack. This is going to be a heart attack.
I thought it was too there. I thought that's a heart attack coming.
Oh, the joys of the old dice rolls.
So Taris ends up shaken, so might not be acting this round. But right, Cray, you're right up in the thick of the fighting, right where Donga is as he bursts out of the jungle. Now,
Arsene Wenger.
you can choose to engage Donga directly if you wish to. Your role will not provide any bonuses to Kralamos if you do, and since you have no access to anything that does heavy weapon damage, you will be at a penalty to your roll of -4. But if you manage to get a success, you will take away one of Donga's wounds, which will be one of Donga's tokens.
Thank you, JO4 Strong.
And you can only do this if you are in the charge location, folks. Is that Benny's for everybody?
According to JO4 Strong, yes.
Thank you.
We need them.
As I have now got a Benny, and there is a slight chance of not dying, yeah, all right. I'll go mano a mano with King Kong.
Okay, so you are rolling at -4 then. If you're
I
going
was
mano
going
a
to hit
mano,
him.
that's going to be a fighting roll then. At -4 to attack Donga as you're climbing up him, trying to stab a weak spot if you can find one.
Any
Oh
then?
dear. Right, you've got a success. This means that you injure Donga directly, but you didn't get the raise. So you suffer fatigue from bumps and bruises as you climb up Donga, stab your short sword into his ear and wiggle it around a bit, and then he grabs you and throws you away. Thanks to your ability at swinging on vines and ropes and so on, you're able to grab a vine and lower yourself to the ground with, well, slightly more grace than just falling with style, but it still hurts quite badly when you land. Of course, Kralamos is acting as if he is on a joker this round, but are you going to act or are you just going to remain on hold?
I'm hitting Donga with my heavy duty ice shards.
Okay, so you're at multi-action
Like
penalty,
any of that.
and at a
Yeah,
further
but my
minus
Joker
12.
bonus.
Yeah,
My Joker bonus cancels my multi-action.
indeed, but you don't have any further penalties to your roll because you have the ability to use heavy weapon damage. So that is a success. Oh, he's re-rolling.
It looks like I'm destined not to get the raise, doesn't it?
It
Which
does rather,
means
doesn't it?
Which means I'm going to take damage. So that can't be
Yeah,
helped.
you're going to take bumps and bruises, and that's going to cost you because you've had to use heavy weapons on him 3d6 power points. Oh, that was a good roll for that.
That worked out cheap.
Right, are you well, you will still have your conviction for the battle roll at the end of the round regardless, but are you maintaining your conviction?
I spent. Oh yes. I will be spending. Oh, I'll do it now. There you go.
Yep. Okay. So we'll do your battle roll at the end. Now, the captain of the Kieran ship has a complication, which is going to give him a -2 to his battle roll at the end of the round. But he is otherwise going on hold.
How many power points I had before? I can't remember how many power points I had before I started.
Fry, you are.
No, Fry's going to stay here, just
Yes.
killing red men.
He's just killing Redman. He's not going toe to toe with Donga, seeing that as
Yeah,
a
no,
possibly
Donga
silly
is
idea.
like massively bigger than him. If I had my giant killer edge, which is coming up, then maybe. But no, not right now.
Do you have a card play still?
No, I've played my cards.
You've played it because I happen to know somebody out there's got the Get Savage card.
And they've not played it yet?
Because the giant killer edge would have totally cancelled out the -4 for going against Donga without heavy weapons. But hey, so you're going for red men. Are you?
Yeah.
How are you going after the red men?
We're still
going
to do the whole sneak around and stab him in the back thing.
Okay, so go with your stealth.
That worked really good. I was really happy with that. Well, okay.
I didn't realise it was me. If anyone's got a card play left, I could have Get Savage. I was saving it for a very specific use, which is not going to happen.
Oh, the bunnies are flowing again. The bunnies are flowing again.
Thank you, Bewildered. Does anyone have an adventure card play left?
Yes, I do.
Okay, there you go. There's your race. So Fry is sneaking around. He left a dummy Fry that was made out of leaves, which is what actually got attacked when you only got the success there. And you're at the charge location, fully engaged. What's a 4 on that? My PDF won't come up. There we go. Ooh, that's a good one. So out on the field of battle, Fry, you are in the wrong place at the right time. Several of the other troops that have run out to fight some of the red men are, well, around you, and they are badly beset. You can choose to make a persuasion or an intimidation roll, your choice, to rally them around you. On a success, they hold their ground and don't scatter into the jungle. On a raise, you get a +1 to the battle roll on top of the +1 you've already got for every raise you get on the persuasion or intimidation roll. However, if you fail, your side loses a token because the unit routes. No pressure.
So a success means we all stay here and everything's great.
Right.
And then each raise counts as a bonus.
Each raise count. You've already got a +1. A success means everybody stays. Every raise counts as a bonus. If you fail, you lose a token now before the battle roll at the end of the round.
Oh, let's do it. What the heck?
You got conviction, spend it.
Even though I'm tang-tied.
Tang-tied.
We're...
You're going to lose us another token. I don't mean that. Oh, you got conviction. I'm feeling confident.
Well, that's a success.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and spend a bit.
I've got a certain song from Red Dwarf in my head right now.
Yeah, me too.
Flibbity flibbity flop.
Indeed.
Whenever you want.
I got a lot of them. Come on, let's rally, guys. Come on.
Oh, almost.
Double.
Ah, there's the 6.
That's a 6.
One you're looking for.
That's the one we wanted. Huzzah!
That's 2 raises. So that's an extra +2 bonus from the support there, as Fry gathers a few of the sailors around him and goes, and they all just follow this tiny little Kana running towards the red men.
Really, guys? You're gonna run. I'm staying, and you're gonna run. Really? Okay, fine. Be that way. Be that way. I'll let your wives and daughters know.
So, Fry, are you staying in the fully engaged zone, or are you backing
off?
Oh,
absolutely.
You're staying fully engaged. Okay. Taris, you're on the walls. You unshake?
I unshake. I'm gonna wait. I need to recover a few more power points. And I'm summoning my elemental friend again because, damn it.
Okay.
Oh, spend my conviction before I do that.
Okay.
At the point where I've spent all my conviction on in this session, so.
Because I'm really flippin' tired of failing.
Okay, we've got the raise. So, do you want to take the +2 bonus, or do you want to roll on the battle table and see if something, or roll on the battle events, which is a 2d6 roll, to see if something exciting happens?
What were my other options? Because I was running.
You can either just take a +2 bonus to Kralamos's roll, or you roll 2d6, and you will have some kind of battle encounter which can give you the opportunity to earn extra bonuses, but could also end up leaving you injured.
I'll take the risk of the injury.
Okay, roll me 2d6, then we'll find out what kind of foe you end up facing. So a 4, and you're currently engaged. Oh, right. So what actually happens there is when you summon that elemental, you see an opening in the battle lines that if you get your elemental into it, it's going to really cause some damage. But it's got distracted with the initial group of foes that you sent it at. So you yell, "Follow me!" and start leading it into a charge deeper into the battlefield. Make an athletics roll, please.
Yeah, make me do this stuff while I got conviction going.
Yeah, this is a good time for it to happen. So you sort of redirect the elemental, run forwards out of the stockade a little way, and then retreat back onto the walls, where you then have another encounter. Roll a 2d6.
Oh no.
And as you're backing away a moderate foe, a couple of red men bar your way, so it's up to you what you want to do to fight them. They will be fighting against you with a d10 +2, but no wild die. You're opposing that with whatever skill you want to use, but remember, if you use spellcasting, you will end up using more power points.
I think I'll Scooby-Doo.
Can I try to dodge them or just avoid?
Yeah, if you want to dodge them and hide from them, that would be using stealth. Or you could use your athletics to just try and outrun them and get away.
Yeah, I better try to outrun them.
Okay, give me an
Get
athletics
away,
roll then.
get away, I'll get away.
Are you happy with a 9?
I'm gonna have to be.
Okay, so.
Yes,
So yeah, I've not got
yes,
dice acing on.
son of a bitch.
That's a 14. So unfortunately, that is a raise against you, which means Taris.
Wait, hang on. I can this a friend or a foe. Are any of them within like 10 yards of me?
Yes, because this is happening sort of as you're getting back to the wall. So Solomas and Josiah and Kralamos are close enough. Ooh, okay. So who do you want to take? Because you got a 9 against their 14. 9,
I
10,
can
11,
play
12,
it on a foe too. Were any of the foes close?
I'm afraid I'm not letting you play this on a foe because this is part of a battle encounter. You're going to have to put this
Okay,
wound
so
on one of your allies instead, who takes the hit for you.
I'll take the hit.
On
Yeah,
Solomas. So Solomas dives in the way and takes the wound for you.
Oh,
How brave of you, Solomas.
I tripped over my walking stick.
Okay, Josiah.
Support on the battle roll.
So how much support did I bring to the table, though?
You gave a +1, and in fact, because you got your elemental into the fight, you need to add another +1. So you've given a +2 overall. And injured Solomas as he saved your life from being stabbed with a spear, which he knows is unpleasant.
Right, spend conviction.
Yep.
These cannons have been fired, but we are going to reload the cannons.
Mm-hmm.
After it's hours. I've done this with practice at sea, and it's probably easier to do on land. So just follow the drill, lads. Nobody panic, right? But here's the special surprise. Oh, it was almost a 10.
It was almost a 10. So you've got a success. Oh, now there's the 10. So, are you taking the flat +2, or as you've got lots of raises, do you want a battle encounter roll to get a chance to get more stuff?
What do we need?
What do you need? You need a bloody miracle.
Should we roll on the table, or take the plus?
Go for it. See what happens. You might get something good happening on this. Yeah, go on.
We're going to lose. We're at
Just
the point
roll a
where I don't
20.
think another +2 is going to make much difference. So
Right, go on. Roll on the table. Roll on the table then.
Give me a 2d6 then.
You should share the table. It's a shareable table.
It's not, because I'm using a table from. It's not a shareable
table.
yet.
Oh, you got a hacked one. Okay.
I'm sitting here with Sublime right now, keying it. But it won't be
so
available
you end up facing a weak foe as you're yelling at the crew.
In fact, can I Benny that roll on that table?
You can't, because it's not a trait roll, I'm afraid.
Right. Okay.
But
you need a gold defeat chip to do that.
Yep. So you're going to face a weak foe, which just has a D10 in its fighting skill. You can resist that with whatever skill you like. You can narrate how you fight off these couple of red men that have snuck over the walls to try and come and destroy the cannon.
Well, I will fight it off with boating, because, like I said, they're going to. I'm going to just basically follow the ship routine for loading cannon as the men approach.
Happy with an 8?
Yep. So what do they have to roll against that, don't they?
They roll against that. So you've got a raise on that. You come out completely unscathed.
Yeah, they're quite.
And the cannon backed into him, killed him with the cannon on the back shot.
I said to the guys, just ignore it, don't panic. And when they approach the cannons, suddenly a black steam comes pouring out of his horn, and he casts a wall of darkness.
Oh, very cool. Right, I'm going to give you an extra +1 just for that, for using your magic item in a creative way, and you get a roll on the battle effects table as well.
So what's that? 2d6.
That this table is coded in, which is
right, hurrah!
That table there.
Come on, yeah. Slaughter.
Oh, a slaughter.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So you get those cannon loaded, and you've loaded up with canister, and you're waiting for the opportune moment, and you find it, and swathes of red men drop as they fully committed to a charge. You're like, hold men, not yet, not yet, not yet.
When do you see the whites of their eyes?
Yeah.
Yes, as they dodge the wall of darkness and they funnel straight into the barrel. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
their eyes, they're black.
Well, Solomas recovers from being shaken, but has still got a bit of a spear stuck in his side from rescuing Taris there.
Stop chucking them spears.
What are you up to, Solomas?
I'm just going to carry on doing the support role. Who's next? I'm going to taunt the Ugak chief, I think.
You're continuing to taunt the Ugaks. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to taunt Donga, you can to make him have problems doing his support role.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to taunt Donga.
You can taunt Donga.
It looks like a tiny baby
Isn't this the first round of
gorilla.
combat?
He's not supporting
Donga?
this round, is he? He's too busy
Then
eating the
don't
shaman.
mess with him
Good
because
point.
he's
Yeah,
eating
don't
the
mess with
chief.
Donga. He's busy eating the shaman at the moment, so Donga will not support this round. You are right, Kay. Have a Benny for reminding me.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got.
Well, you've got a success there. That gives you a +1 support bonus.
Yep, you're still a lobster.
You take a level of fatigue just from being involved in the general fight. The Ugak War Chief is not going to be doing anything other than leading the battle roll. And Donga cannot support either. So now we're going to make some battle rolls. So a bit of maths going on here. Kralamos.
Okay.
You are only facing the Donga and Redman Alliance, who have a total of 11 tokens at the moment, which means you are 7 tokens below them, which is a -7. You've got +8 from support, puts you on a +1, and you've got +3 from having your defenses. So overall, you're rolling at +4.
Okay.
So you roll at +4, and every success you get can remove a token from one of the opposing forces, which could include Donga, because you've got cannon on your side.
Right, crit fail.
So you've got 3 successes. Pick one of your opposing forces to remove 3 tokens from.
Guys, what do you say? Donga or the Redmen?
Donga.
Redmen.
Well, I'm thinking the Redmen because Donga's going to attack us next round. The Redmen are going to do damage to us this round.
All right, fine, the Redmen.
Yeah, if we can get the Redmen to run off, then the Redmen in the middle of the map will be fighting Donga as well.
That's true.
At least that's my hope.
Okay.
That's my hope. And so will the Kierans, hopefully.
Yeah, who turned up this round. So
we'll take 3 tokens off the Redmen.
3 tokens off the Redmen. Okay. Now
To be honest, if Donga's left on his own, we could just turn it into a normal battle. We stand more chance of winning that.
I don't know.
Heavy weapons.
I did say no.
I've got I can import my character from Rifts. Dragon.
So -4 plus.
I've got the power points to hurt him. That's the problem.
So he's gone a straight battle roll overall with that going on, and at the moment he's not really noticed the Kierans have arrived because they're not engaging in the fight yet. They're just kind of turning up, and the other red men he's not really aware of, so he's not going to do targeting anybody other than you guys, I'm afraid. And that is 3 successes.
I think we just lost the rest of our army.
Well, not necessarily, because you might pass the morale roll. You are down to just the last few of you, and they're not necessarily all dead, just unable to fight at the moment. So I need a morale check from you, please, Kev. At -3 for having lost 3 tokens.
Don't we get some sort of bonus for being behind the walls and really having no place to escape to?
That is correct. You do get a +2 for that. So that is a success. So you're not your last token is not retreating.
I think it's Crimson Throne next week.
We'll see. Moving on to the next round, and now the Kierans are involved.
Oh,
I missed. Did the red men make their roll?
The red men need a morale roll at -3, don't they? Because they lost 3 tokens. So where is the red man? He's there. They do have somewhere to run.
We have the walrus. They are the red man. Cuckoo.
They are still holding on. I guess they believe that those other red men that turned up are actually reinforcements for them, even though they actually aren't. Right, we've got the captain of the Kierans has got a complication, but nobody else does. And Cray is up first.
I need to pull back and recover a little.
Okay, well you have to fight in the charge area first, and then you can retreat at the end of the round. So you didn't get the raise, you merely get a success, which puts the support roll on a +1 for this round. You don't have an encounter, you just sort of get involved in some general fighting and back off onto the walls. Kralamos.
I have the Joker, but I can't risk multi-actioning. So
you don't have the Joker bonus. You do still have conviction, though.
We're going to lose anyway, so I might as well try for it. But the problem is, I don't think I've got the. I can't. I'm on 2 points of fatigue. I can't risk it. No, I'm going to go on hold.
Okay.
Can't you roll in it? Can't you generate an ace?
Can't know what?
Generate an ace. You don't have any card plays, do you?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's the point. I'm on 2 points of fatigue. I'm you know what I mean? If I fail with battle rolls, it's all over. I can't really. I've got to just save everything I can for that. I haven't got. I could, but the problem is, I could take on Donga, and then basically I'd knock myself out the fight because I don't have the power points left to risk it.
Oh, this is the first round of combat that Donga is involved in. So your options here, Solomas, you can play that on Donga, or you can play it on the captain of the Kierans, because they're the ones for whom this is the first round they're involved in.
Yeah, I'll play on the captain of the Kierans.
Play on the captain of the Kierans. So he spies you across the battlefield and knows you of old and has a grudge against you, and you know him. So let's see what adventure cards you get that you can choose from.
Please say you get the one that allows extras to get back up.
That'd be fucking good, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing.
All our tokens get back up.
Yeah.
See, that wouldn't apply to all your tokens, but I would allow it to recover at least some of them. So you can choose from, well, you know which one
I
you
know
had
it wouldn't
there.
be all of them. But...
So which one of those new ones do you want to
I can't
keep?
see any cards.
Did I just give them to the wrong person? I think I did. Damn it. I think I gave them to Kralamos instead. Yes, I did. Right.
You
okay.
did.
I'm
you
an
gave
idiot.
me arcane.
I know which one. I know which one
hero
handed over,
Spirit told me.
Don't tell him. Just let him
wait a
them deal 3 new cards again and give me a good one. Or is one of them good already?
Oh,
Let
you
me
don't
hand
have
them
any.
over.
Son of a.
Let me hand
I'm
them
already.
over.
I'm
There you
already.
go.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
already handing them over. But,
I've got 3 arcane
You hand them
inspiration
over, then I'll
cards now.
shut up.
He's now got the same one 3 times.
I didn't think that was possible.
It's weird. Right, let's pop that. I'm going to put that there and that there. Right, and chuck that there and chuck that there. So, which one of those do you want to keep? And you know you totally want to play the one with the hyphen in the middle.
Do I really want to play that? That's the only one I have got to play, isn't it?
Do you have battle? Do you have battle skill?
No, but I can get it because I've got a Epiphany, which could give me battle skill.
It could.
So how many card plays have you got?
At the
Two.
moment, he's got 2 card plays.
So why don't you play? You could play Epiphany, and that would give you a D6 battle, right? And then I could give you Get Savage, and then you could use Get Savage to get Expert, and that would give you a D10 battle skill.
Well, you'd have a D6 and then a D10 wild die, yeah.
Do it. There you go, Epiphany.
So you get a D. He gets a D6, right?
And
then we give him the card to, who was that? Solimus.
those are the ones he needs to discard. Because you have to discard that one and discard that one.
So we give him Get Savage.
Yeah.
And then if he plays Get Savage and he takes the Expert edge, Expert raises the skill by 2 die types.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that trick.
So he's D6.
No, you wouldn't have helped on the crit foul.
He's D6. His D6 battle would be D8, D10. Would now be a D10, would it not?
It would.
Done.
And he could take over the battle duties unfatigued.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 1
That is
fatigue.
still better, and I've still got conviction. But yeah, fair enough. You want to basically farm me in the middle of the fight. You can do so.
Well, then you can go and fight Dunga 1-on-1, can't you?
I haven't got the power points.
You've got the guilt tripping ability of a grandmother. You know that.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so
did I extend my conviction?
When I'm not playing anymore, I'll tell you the
Oh, it's not my go yet, is it?
My tactics. So.
So that gives you that. You've effectively got a D10 battle skill at the moment, but Fry is up to support.
Okay, Fry's done enough sneaking around. He's going to switch over to just fighting out here.
Okay.
Edgies.
Ooh.
Well, you've definitely got the raise. Are you going for the flat +2?
Of course we're going for the...
We're going for the roll, so...
Oh, of course.
An 8, and you're right up at the leading edge. That's a moderate foe you faced. So they will be a D10 +2, resisted by whatever you want. You're happy with a 5 there?
No, because I get the +2. Let's go for something. Oh, I get a 5, a 4 instead. Okay, that's all my bennies, so. Yeah, he knocks me around a little bit.
He does knock you around a little bit. Oh dear. Fantasy Grounds is frozen. There we go. So he knocks you around a little bit. You get another level of fatigue from bumps and bruises there because he didn't get the raise on you. But you had the battle encounter, so you still get some extra bonus from your earlier roll. Taris Tun.
Okay, yes, I want to spend the Benny to keep my conviction going. Where do I put it to automate it, or do you got to do that?
You can
drag the Benny to the conviction box on your character sheet, and it extends it.
Yeah.
And then I need to spend a Benny to regain some cow power points.
Some cow power points.
Yeah, some power points, and I'm calling my damn elemental back up because I ain't fighting this fight.
Yep. Now there's a big raise there. So do you want a flat +2 to whoever is commanding? There seems to be a bit of an argument over who's actually in charge at the moment. That's your 5 power points spent, or are you having a battle encounter?
No, that was to get my power points back. Or to spend my power points now. What was my options again?
So you've already given a +1 to whoever's leading the battle this round. You can either just take a +2 from having got at least a raise, or you can roll on the battle event table to potentially get better, though you might get hurt.
That's a 2d6, right?
That's a 2d6. So we have a 4. This is what happened last time. You got your fire elemental up, and it's just wandering off in the wrong direction. You're having to lead it to get it going in the right direction. You might end up then getting swept out further into the middle of the fight. So that's an athletics roll at -2. If you get a success, you stay where you are, and we roll for another event. If you fail, you're going to end up in the charge zone, and you roll for another event there.
Charge zone.
That's a success. So you're okay. You've sent the fire elemental in the right position while you're holding back. It's like, no, I summoned you to fight, not me. Give me another 2d6 roll to see what comes at you while you're yelling at your fire elemental to do the right thing.
Yeah, because I'm not doing this fight. Oh, same damn thing.
Same damn thing. So what we're going to do there is we're going to move that down one, which gives you ammunition. You find a supply of ammo, whether that be bullets, arrows, sling stones, or magic crystals.
A nuclear warhead.
Nuclear warhead. Well, actually, what happens is you recover 3d6 power points. But you
Nice.
also face a weak foe, which is just a red band with a fighting of d10 that you have to oppose.
Well, there's my 3d6 power point.
So you've got 11 power points back, and then if you use spellcasting against it, you'll spend a d6 worth of those, but you can just run away, or you can use stealth to hide from it, or whatever you like to oppose
Yeah,
its attack.
I gotta use athletics to run the hell away, right?
Okay. Make your roll. Are you happy with the 8?
That's gonna have to be.
Okay. And he equals you. You're the defender in this case, so you win the tie. You come out of that unscathed. And with that 17, that adds some more bonus to your side. And you got some power points back, so go you.
Yay.
Solomas, are you taking over?
Oops, I advanced it and then you jumped me.
Oh, you advanced. Sorry, I'll push it back then. My mistake.
Back into Salamas.
So Solomas, are you taking over control of the battle, or are you asking Kralamos to rescind command?
Am I taking control of the battle? I don't know. Just had an epiphany, Kralamos. I think I understand what's going on. Got a D10 battle now.
I don't know.
Yes, no, no, yes. And I've got conviction as well. Can someone in the audience say the bennies must flow?
Please.
Please.
I can't spell. I'll have to change it. I'm just looking at it. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know is the honest answer.
Oh, I'm taking over then.
What?
No, I didn't say that.
He's a bit puffed out.
Yeah, yeah. I will definitely take an adjutant, but I'm not ceding command. Ah, yes, that's a good idea. Thank you.
But just a moment.
I owe you, Benny. Good point, actually. Sodding hell. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing the...
Singing. He's singing. Everyone is singing.
Oh, bugger. Yes. That's... No, you... Get over there and get those clearance in line. You know what? Get them in line. If you have to kill the Kieran commander, who can't soak your wounds, to get them to follow you, that's what I suggest you do, Solomas. Then we can have a concerted force against them.
I can't soak wounds from either. I can't soak his wounds either, can I?
That's correct.
Okay.
So
sorry, in that case, sorry, no, forget that. Forget everything. Right, okay, you take command.
Just so you know, what would happen with that is if Solomas goes to try and take command of the Kierans, you will effectively have to face a strong foe, which will be the Kieran commander.
No,
rather than it being an opposed roll, you will both do damage on the other based on the number of successes you get, but then he will be assumed to have been killed regardless, and you will take control of the Kierans.
Or I'll die.
Or you'll die. Kralamos charges Donga and leaves Solomat in command. Okay. So that's a well. You've got a heavy weapon.
Just remembered I've got Death Wish. I've come off hold.
Yeah, you've got a heavy weapon, so you don't need to roll at -4 as you launch yourself at Donga. As long as you've got 1 power point left, you can use that heavy weapon advantage this round.
I have to go to
Yeah, but
work
it's
now.
going to
If
cost me
anybody
3d6,
dies, they
so
can use my
this will kill
character.
me probably.
Okay.
First one to
This will
die
probably
gets
kill
free.
me.
Good luck.
I think it might be Kralamos.
I think it might.
Well, you just got a raise, Kralamos. This means you can take 2 tokens off Donga.
Mm-hmm.
And presumably that's what you want to do, rather than providing support.
Oh, yes.
He ran
charge
forward
in
and sliced Donga's nuts open. Got his nuts on either side of his head now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Donga is technically an agent of the witches.
Mm. And now you can roll on the battle event table just to see how badly things affect you. So we'll have a 2D. We'll have a 2D6
still
roll
standing
from
on PowerPoints, but next
Mhm.
round I will definitely overspend on PowerPoints and probably die.
Well, let's have a 2D6 roll from you. A 7 means you no, well, the 2D6 roll was to see what opposes you as far as might hurt you. So
No, the 3d6 was PowerPoints. The 2d6 was the battle table.
no, it wasn't, because we were on the battle event table. Because you attack Donga, you're not giving any direct support.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you.
2 tokens away, but you end up with the effects of fighting a strong foe. So what I need from you now, Kev, is what skill are you using to defend yourself against the return
I've got a
attacks that come
5.
from Donga? You got a 5 for fighting.
I'm going to have to spend my very last penny.
You got a 17.
Got a 17.
Well, let's see.
Nice one, Kralamos.
Let's hope that the strong foe doesn't get more than that. No, you come out of charging Donga completely unscathed and have, with your bone sword, somehow opened up a massive gash in Donga's side, which you're probably hanging on to a torn bit of flesh, hauling yourself up the side of Donga. Josiah.
Right, okay.
I don't suppose we got Bewilder's badges, let the bennies flow from 5 minutes ago, did we?
I don't think we did.
No.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm just curious because I was thinking. I don't think we did, but I did want. I was scrolling up through the chat to try and work out if we did or didn't.
So what do we need to do here? Do we need to go for support on the battle roll?
That's a good question. Do you want to try and take out Donga?
That's what you're doing is basically you're deciding how you want to support on the battle roll.
Because if you wound Donga, you directly take away from the number of tokens that the main opposing force has got, which, while it doesn't give you a bonus, does counter out some of theirs, because there's also a bonus, a penalty based on who's got the most tokens.
Yeah, but you get the idea.
So, I mean, rather than attack, can I use any skill to can I take tokens off Donga by using any skill?
You can, using any skill, but you will be at -4, and you will end up having bad stuff happen back to you regardless, because you're attacking one way or another a gargantuan creature.
But that's going to be a -4, isn't it?
It will be. Of course, just imagine what will happen to the morale of the enemy if Donga dies.
Be a bit upset.
Which the GM will throw out there as a hint.
Well, tell you what, let's in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's spend conviction, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and we will.
In fact, I'll also remind you, Josiah, You have access to cannons, which are heavy weapons. So if
Yes,
you
I know. I know.
if
That's
you
what
were
I'm
to use
thinking.
shooting, you don't have the -4.
Yes. Because having made that excellent button roll to reload the guns from earlier, I think what we'll do is spend conviction and use shooting to fire heavy weapons at it.
Okay, so you actually get a straight shooting roll to attack Donga.
And then, because we've got this big pile of bennies and conviction, so we're going to go for a raise.
You've got the raise. That will take 2 wounds off Donga, leaving him staggering. Unless you want to Benny that.
We are going to we'll Benny it. Trouble is, it's going to. What's the chances of getting a critical? Oh, for
You had to say it, didn't you?
God's sake.
Well,
What?
you did no damage to Donga. Unfortunately,
Jesus.
you don't have any cannon left either. And would you please roll the 3d10 damage, please, because you're standing next to the cannon when it explodes.
I just had to push it, didn't I?
You did, didn't you?
I'm not saying anything.
You might want to soak that. You soak one of them. You're not incapacitated.
Oh, so.
Oh, it's a 6 out there.
You soak 2 of them.
I'm not going to bet that. And 11, am I?
You're going to live with that?
No.
You're going to die with
it's
it.
wasted a berry. Right, okay, fair enough. I'll soak 2 of them.
Okay, so Donga, who has got 3 wounds.
God, I can't believe I did that. I said it as well, just
Rears up, beats his chest, roars, giving a +1 bonus to his side. And we're on to battle rolls. So Solomas, you are badly outnumbered. The token difference gives you a -5. You've got +1 left for the battlements because the cannons have just blown up a great big chunk of it along with themselves. But you've got a +7 support from elsewhere. So you are, instead of -5, you are making your battle roll with a +3.
Excellent. Now, someone in the audience needs to say, let the bennies float. All of you, about
You've
4
got 3
times each.
rerolls.
We need more of them.
You've got 3 rerolls you can use for battle rolls only.
No, we
just as
still need more
standard.
bennies. So it's +3 on this roll.
Yep.
Got conviction.
You've got conviction. So that will take 2
You
tokens
did-
off an enemy unit of your
yes, you
choice.
did.
And you've got 3 rerolls you can use without needing bennies if you want to reroll that. So that's one of them gone, and that will take 3 tokens away from the enemy.
Hey, he's routed them.
Have I?
Yeah, three tokens is good.
3
3
tokens,
tokens means you wipe them out.
3 tokens will either kill Donga or wipe out the main force. Which one are you taking out?
Donga.
Yeah, 3 tokens
Okay.
of Donga.
So, seeing that Donga is injured, as he rears up, you command your troops to charge. And they
And gut
swarm
him.
all over Donga, using bayonets and swords, pulling the mighty beast down.
Finishing off what Kralamos started when he nutted him.
Finishing off indeed what Kralamos started.
Yeah.
Now, as that
Gorilla
happens,
for lunch.
-3, and he's actually massively outnumbered now because he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tokens actually against him. So he's rolling at -7 to try and do any damage back to you. Yep, does no damage back to you, so they are going to be in a very bad shape. The Kieran commander is also going at the red men. Where are you, Captain? You're up there. and gets rid of one of those tokens. Because he's just killing red men. He's not sure. He doesn't know which group are which. And then it's time for some morale checks. So, Donga has fallen. As your men are swarming all over the mighty beast, it seems that the will of the red men has completely broken. And there's the smaller group. They were only here to destroy Donga. So, with the gargantuan ape slain, the red men, every last one of them, quit the field. Most of your troops are very badly injured.
Mass healing word. Oh, wrong game. Sorry.
Wrong game indeed. And you now have a Kieran commander that outnumbers you somewhat, that is demanding the senator's daughter be handed over to him.
No.
And I think we'll leave the session there.
We might not have much choice. We might just have to hand her over. We might have to hand her over, and then take her back.
No.
But we will leave it on that. With
should be-
Donga slain and the red men fleeing into the jungle, as the Kieran commander marches with his pretty much fresh troops.
That'll do me.
up
I'm
to
going to stop
the,
streaming now.
massive hole in the side of the
Bye-bye.
palisade wall and sets up a firing line.